Hello, everybody. Welcome to State Fishy Friday live stream, or the Big Rich and Jerry show. I see you guys been on here since like an hour ago. Wow, you guys don't mess around. Yeah, everybody sees this. We're good. We're good. Okay. It's been a long, hectic week, painful week. Uh, Jerry hurt his back, so he was down for like 5 days. He couldn't do nothing.
Since Monday.
That's 5 days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's 5 days.
I've been taking care of my chores.
All
In spite of.
I had them first three. I had to turn the lights on, turn the lights off. I had to feed for you. You were incapacitated for a couple days.
For 2 days. Moved my back.
Well, so was I. I got the broken rib and I fell and re-broke it. And I got that on video. It's the funniest thing. I showed my kids. You know, you hear me bounce 3 times. I hit a couple things on the way down, and then I just laid there. Ow, ow, for like 5 minutes. It really hurt. But I'm doing better today. And Josh is messed up and Reaper's got a broken rib. So we are definitely the over the hill broken down crew.
Yeah, the drinking word tonight, what? Ouch.
Yeah. Every time we say ouch or go, oh, or oh, anything, any sort of pain, you guys got to drink. Or if you want to really challenge yourself, drink when I drink. Masonic says, what size aquarium do I need for an arapaima? Probably at least, I'd say $4,000 for the first 4 years, 5 years, 4,000 gallon tank. After that, you need something way bigger.
Yeah, you got to go into the digits on that one. If you're gonna grow it out, there's no point in getting that unless you think you're gonna have
build it
30,000 at least for it to live in.
Well, we had
that's with company.
Victor, our buddy down in Florida. He had 2 8-foot arapaimas.
Yeah.
In a 4,000 gallon. And like I told everybody, when fish start feeling trapped and enclosed, they start jumping. Yeah. And both of his jumped out and died. He had them in there for like, 5 years or something. And they both. The Sonic says 10,000 gallon, big enough for full size. I've seen some zoos and some public aquariums that has them in like, say, 10,000 gallon, but it looks cramped. Because, they get not only, long, but the ones at the zoo in Chicago, or I'm sorry, the aquarium in Chicago.
Shed?
The shed, thank you. They have 2 of them in there at 10 foot, and they look so cramped in their huge tank that they're in. They just look very cramped. And they got one in with an anaconda that you don't even notice is there until you start looking for it. And you're like, oh, that's a snake.
Yeah.
So it looks small. It's like you being in prison. Do you want to be in prison? No. You got a bathroom, you got a bed, you got everything you need. Do you want to be there? No. So that's the way I look at it. 10,000 will work, but I would try and build bigger. Just give them some room. Rod's tank was 30,000 gallon, and I couldn't see. It's 10 foot across, and I think it was 35 foot long. And, I can't see a 10 footer being in that. But, each their own. Eventually, he's going to get big enough to where he's going to feel like that's small, and he'll start jumping. Now, can you pick up a 400-pound fish to put it back in the water if you were there to see him jump out?
When the Amazon River goes down, when the swamps start making big puddles, they jump from puddle to puddle.
Well, they'll stay in each one of the little ponds. They'll eat everything there.
Eat everything there and then jump to the next one.
Yeah, find their way back to the river. As a matter of fact, the 6 that we had in our 540 gallon, our babies, Jerry woke up the other day and he comes running telling me there's only 4 in there. We
Yeah.
found one in the sturgeon tank next to it, which is also our baby paddlefish tank. There was one in there. So he jumped on, busted the clip off the net, and somehow found a way past the net and into the water. So that one's okay. Now we found parts of the glass lid. The glass lid got busted and put down in, but the thing that was on the glass lid is over into the pool pond. So we have been looking. We haven't found him yet. Hopefully he got into the pool pond and he's hiding, or somebody ate him. But I don't see the catfish. When they eat, they got a huge belly. They sit there and digest. They don't move. All my catfish are moving around. And same thing with the only other fish in there that I thought could eat something that size, which was the Peru shark. And they're still cruising, and they don't have a huge belly. So I don't see a pure fact that last arapaima got eaten. All I know is we have 5 now, and I can't find the 6th one. We've looked all around the tank. We don't find a dead arapaima. We're hoping he's just hiding in the pool somewhere where we're not seeing him. But we're still looking.
I remember a couple of times we couldn't even find Brutus.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was 6.5 feet.
I said it was on video. I'm like, this is crazy. I can't even find a 6.5 foot arapaima
Really?
in his pool. How can I not see him? But he was against the rocks and not
back in
moving.
underneath,
Yeah. Yeah, he can hide good.
Get in there and take a nap.
Hopefully that small pima is hiding in there. I need to get in there with like scuba gear and go around and see if I can find him.
They're just some specialty fish that, only a few places in the world are really equipped to keep them properly. And the ones who do keep them usually aren't really kept to their maximum. I like to keep a fish in, to its best possible conditions.
Well, people say, how big of a tank do you need for an arapaima? Well, we got them 6 babies in, and they were in the 110 gallon for what, a month, 2 months?
Yeah, but they were only this big.
That's what I'm saying. We put them in a 110. Then we put them in a 240. Then we put them in a 540. And now they're jumping out of that. We got to put them into like the 2200 now is the next move. I'm going to make a video on that because that's my next video is going to show you us moving the arapaima. But, you're going to have to keep moving them. And eventually they're going to get big enough to where you can't lift them and move them, So you got to, at that point, when they get like 3 foot, you got to build them something big enough they can stay in because they will get way too big. Sunlight says, I had to walk away. What fish is missing from the monster pond? One of our 6 arapaima babies that are almost 2 foot now jumped up, hit the glass off the top of the tank, and it fell down in. And then we think he's in the monster pond because we couldn't find a dead arapaima around our 540 anywhere. So we think he's in the monster pond. Hopefully he didn't get eaten. I don't see any clues that any of the fish in there ate him. So we're still looking for him. Sonic says they got a 2-acre outdoor pond that has tropical fish. You might get one. Depending on the warmth of your area, where you're from, they cannot go below 60 degrees in water. I know this because I was bringing 2 back from California, and it was during the wintertime, and I had heaters on it, and I had FX5 on it, and the temperature kept going down. And we even opened up the door and had heat from the front going back, and then I made some sort of like cardboard box that took the heat from the front, pushed it into the back, and it got to 61 degrees, and you can see his tail starting to hang. When it got to 60, he was straight like this. And, I took out heaters out of the other tanks and put back in here, and brought it back up to 62, and he started going right back, level again. So at 60 degrees, they're ready to die. They're ready to just go to sleep and be done. So
they don't like fast changes either. So, if your water temperature drops in some areas, it'll be just fine. And then all of a sudden, you get a cold snap of 5 or 6 days when it gets down into the 50s. and then it pops back up into the 70s. Man, they don't like that a bit.
Yeah.
That's some of the fish that we tried to farm in Oregon wouldn't because of that high desert. You get those cold snaps.
So yeah, arapaima are fine, but there are definitely a a southern state or by the equator fish. I mean, they are just they need the warmth and the heat.
They're specialty fish. Do your research.
See, I think I'm going to have to put on the goggles and get in there and go looking underwater, like the Huber cam.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
going to have to go looking under there and try and find him because the longer he's in there, the longer he's at risk of getting eaten.
If we're gonna take and put them in the 2200, why not just get Hubert and let him take a swim?
Well, because then I'd have to wait for him to get out. Then I'd have to process the video, make the video for there, watch it to see where he is. Okay, there he is. And
So
then by
get
the time
in and dance with him.
by the time I get to see it on video, he won't be in that same spot again. I need to be able to get in there and try and catch him out before the Peruvian shark or the big catfish eat him.
Yeah. They're a lot faster than you think. Boy, the things are quick.
Yeah. Rude Hobby says the arapaima was in the tank with the paddlefish and reapers video. Yeah, that's the one that 2 jumped out. We've got 4 in the tank. 2 jumped out. 1 went into the paddlefish tank with the sturgeon and busted the clips that were holding the net. When he hit, the clips flew off, so the net went down in the water, and he was able to find a way around the net and get into the tank. By the grace of God, that one got saved. I would have hated to have walked out in the morning and found him on top of the net dead, So that one's okay.
Actually crashed through the net, but yeah.
That one's okay.
Gee,
We're looking for the other one. But just like I said, any arapaima, as soon as they start feeling enclosed, they want to start jumping. Period. There's nothing you can do about it. They were in this 540 for what, last month?
Yeah, they gotta have enough food too. Even if the tank's big enough, if they're not being fed enough, they will feel enclosed. They will go looking for food.
Either way, I'm gonna get in the pond tomorrow, or the pool pond, and try and find him. I mean, it's our only chance of getting him out of there before he gets eaten. I'm leaving all the lights on at nighttime so that the catfish aren't so squirrely, because they come out at night and they go hunting. So hopefully we find him in there in a hidden spot or something, and we can save him. We looked behind the tank, we looked beside it, we looked, all over the place, and we couldn't find a dead pima. So he's around somewheres. They don't just disappear. Drink up. Hey, Jerry.
Ouch.
He knew what I was going for. Yeah, Reaper comes over here and makes his videos, and then he spoils everything that's coming out on our videos. Well, Jerry's feeding the arapaima in the sturgeon tank. So he said that he took some food, so he's still eating. As long as we kept him full, there's nothing in there he can really, kill and swallow. But I wouldn't want him going after the paddlefish, trying to, get him in his mouth. So we are moving them. That's my list to do tomorrow, is to move all the pima to the 2200.
The size difference is close. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh man, that's a good one. Hensi Minsky, whatever.
Hensi
Did you
Muneki.
see my message? Did you say my name?
Hensi Munek or Muneki.
Yeah, I hadn't even read the part about now say my name when I was trying to say his name already.
Thank you very much.
Make me a stumble tongue.
Did we look behind the paddlefish tank? We looked everywhere. Come on now. You know better than ask those questions like that. Oh, by the way, I got down to 289, and I've been at 289 for the last 3 days. So that's 51 pounds lost.
He was actually up there climbing around in the river looking for everybody. Like a few months ago, you wouldn't have been doing that.
No. Junior Rosales says, Rich, you still bitching about everything you do? You know what, Junior? I'm just going to erase your comment. I don't appreciate that. I don't bitch about nothing. Everybody comes here and just thinks, man, Rich, you treat us like family, blah, 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 this and that. So I don't know where you're coming off with that. I've got people saying here right now in the next room over. Guy got an accident. His car got towed, and he got 6 broken ribs, and he's in the best situation. He was living in his car. So now he's staying in the room next door. I don't bitch about a lot of shit.
It's just being people.
And he says, I sent you some pictures of my China tank. Yeah, I saw them. That's really amazing. It's like, it looks like all yellowish and like fall colors and stuff. Very nice. Summerlee says, did you get new shorts yet? No. I'm wearing the black ones, but what I'm doing is I'm pulling them up and I'm folding the top over. And now I've got the elastic is a little tighter that way. And that's how I'm wearing them. Here's Raheem with 37 ouches. I'll drink one to that. There you go.
I'll join you.
Big dog want to play. Says, love you, Rich. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. Love you guys too. Melanie Hogan says, yay, Rich, you're looking good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mandy says, what are you doing for Halloween, Rich and Jerry?
No plans.
Well, I was thinking, you know, I've got 3 bedrooms here, so I can have a person in each bedroom and bring little Laura over and let her go Halloween trick-or-treating on each door, you know, trick-or-treat, and let her at least get a bag of candy from Grandpa's house, you know. There ain't 87 people coming here, so we can give her a bag in each room, you know. Let's just give her each a bunch of candy. And, you know, let her have a little bit of fun. Josh is going to try and take her out. They got a spot they go to, so. But I wanted them to stop by and do that first.
Yeah, anymore, you got to have a spot that you trust.
Yeah.
Some people really go all out. It's always been my favorite holiday as far as American holidays.
You talking like you from somewhere else. You got other
No,
holidays?
just the knowledge of other holidays.
Okay.
I've enjoyed a good Cinco de Mayo and just, you know, a few other parts, you know.
Bambi McCluskey says, can't stay but wanted to send love. Take care of you guys. Thank you, Bambi. You're the greatest.
Thanks, buddy.
Ouch. Tyler Kerr, our buddy, says, don't listen to rude people. You're good shit, and so is Jerry. Josh Reaper, you know what you're doing, so on. Let's just let's hate, be rude, and ignore them. I did. I just said it wasn't nice, and I erased the comment. Gracie says, way to go, Rich, and your weight loss, keeping up good word. What's your new goal weight? I'd like to get down to 275 first, and then after that, I want to go for like 260, 250. And if I reach that, I'll be able to wear my entire wardrobe of killer clothes I've got in my closet that I haven't been in for like 8 years now. So I've got all my, I used to collect liquid blue t-shirts, and they're the ones with the all over print like skulls or dragons and flames and all these different shirts. And they're all like brand new and they're hanging in my closet. So I got to get back to low enough to where I can do that, because I refuse to go buying all new clothes. I've got a suit that fits me now, because I used to have to go to court all the time for the houses and stuff, housing court. I got a suit that fits me now, and then I've got a suit that fits me in the next size smaller. And that one makes me look like a preacher, my dad. My dad, he saw me in that suit, and he said, boy, you look like a preacher. And, you know, now I became, ordained. So, you know, my dad is just proud as can be anymore. And that was simple. That was simple. I didn't, all the hard work I've done to impress him. He ain't impressed with these fish and these tanks. He don't see the money value or none of that. He's just like, boy, what in tarnation you doing all these damn fish? And you know what he says? He goes, well, if we ever get into, you know, a thing where the country closes down, I'm coming over here because I can live off these fish for at least 6 months.
Rush Dingle's got a good idea there. Get suspenders, man.
Yeah, I'm not
For
going
your
to look
short.
like that. I'm not going to be an Urkel.
Uh,
Yeah, what do we got here? The 6:20. We got 10 more minutes for the Tracy update.
all right. Yeah, what else? Nations.
Tyler says 275. You should be pretty close already. Well, I'm 290.98. So or 289. I'm sorry, 289. I'm 51 pounds down from 340. So 389 to 275. That's another, you know, 15 pounds, 14 pounds or something like that. So that's going to be hard. You know, once you lose weight, you hit plateaus and you stay there for a while. And then you really have to starve yourself or really start working out to get to the next, you know, dip down. Angie says, do you know predatory fins? Me and Rod go way back. I mean, way back. Before his shop here, he was down in Florida, and we used to do the bunch of fish batch together, and I'd fly down there and help him set up tanks and stuff like that. We go way back.
Check out some of the earlier videos, man. There's him and Rich in the pond with the mermaid costume.
I got Rod here in a mermaid outfit in my pond.
And you too.
Holding, or that was me holding Josh, right?
Yeah.
In a mermaid outfit, yeah.
No, somebody was holding Reaper.
I think that I was holding Reaper. Rod held Josh.
Yeah,
That's what it was.
okay.
Okay. And they were all four of us were in mermaid outfits with you know, bras and, you know, the hair and all that.
Matching coconuts.
Angie says, can't you sell some of the big fish to them so they get a better place? No. No. They're a fish seller. They won't buy, you know, people's big fish. They'll come and rescue them from places close. But I go all over the country and rescue fish, you know. He don't want, unless I donate and drive them to him, he don't want no fish from us.
If he does, he'll let us know. If he sees something.
Journey says, Big Rich, you're getting shit done. Hell yeah, I've been working my ass off for the last, I don't know. Josh was 6 weeks, so 8 weeks now, 2 months. I'm trying to get all the projects Josh had lined up done and projects I wanted done, and then do all Josh's feeding. And then, you know, the Jerry was out this last week, so I was doing his feeding and, you know, doing his chores and then doing tours and stuff like that for Jerry. I mean, I've been running ragged. It's been crazy. But today, Jerry started doing his chores a little bit. You know, he got the lights on and he started feeding again. So that takes a lot off of me.
Who took in all those damn catfish yesterday?
What's that?
You were watching Tracy. I was taking in all those catfish yesterday. Today and yesterday.
Well, no. I came out there and, you know, made sure everything's going where it's going to go. And then, you know, you had them do the catfish. You were just like telling them. So I was like, okay with that, and I went back in the house.
Yeah, well, that's how I get things done, man. I can't do it physically if they won't, you know.
All right, let's do this. Let me go over to here. Let me put this on. All right, Josh update. Yeah, Josh came by here yesterday. He made his video today on it, and it was great having him here. And then little Laura, she loves feeding the fish. But, you know, Josh, he's on orders of non-weight bearing for them ankles because when it first happened, you know, they realized they had to reconstruct each ankle. So he's got a big like J, you know, on each side, like around his ankle bone and then up his almost to his knee on each leg. And now they redid his cast and took all the stitches out. That's healed, but they have him non-weight bearing because of all the restructure of his ankles and his bones and all the pins and the plates and stuff. So he's not allowed to put any weight on there at all. So he goes in next week, and they're going to either keep him in this type of cast, or they might give him a walking cast and tell him he can bear weight. We don't know yet. So we got to see what the doctor thinks of how the ankles have mended and if they're growing together good enough. Because he went back in after 6 weeks and he's like, absolutely not. You cannot bear weight on it for another 6 weeks. Well, it's been, I think, eight or 10 weeks now. It's been a long time. So he's got an appointment to go back in and get more X-rays and see. But he's been good. I told him, dude, if you try and walk on your cast and you think you can and all that, all you're doing is damaging the growing that's already started. Because when the bones grow together and they start growing together and then you crack it again, now the bone has to grow onto overgrown growth that's already there, and you never get a good fix. It's growing on top of growth on top of growth. You want it to grow right the first time and stay attached, and then keep growing and go from there. So I told him, just listen to the doctor. Please don't put no weight on him.
It's a big ouch.
Ouch. Okay. Rude Hyvy says, what's the next big project? Well, moving the arapaima tomorrow. Measuring the glass I need for the overflow for the dog bone and getting that cut and then bringing it here. I can do it in 1/4-inch glass. We're not going to hold no weight in water. That'll be fine. Get it cut to size and get that siliconed in and open up the hole coming from the dog bone. Also, fixing the 3 spots that are leaking that I found out where they are. Fixing those and then filling the dog bone up, letting it overflow out to the little trough we're going to put across there, and then the piece of glass going across its level, and it'll make a nice big wide waterfall going straight back to the pool pond. After that, the next project is putting up that rock wall underneath for the cichlids to be able to breed without having, they'll have a place behind the wall where the big fish can't get to them, and the babies can, hang around, that kind of stuff, and grow more. They don't have that now. They have to, find all their hiding spots and do it this way. I'm going to give them a cichlid apartment complex, basically. 12 foot long and about, 3 foot thick. And it's just going to be open space behind there. And then all the rocks are going to be stacked, let's say 4 inches between each rock. And then the next layer of rocks are going to leave a little 4-inch hole there. And all over this whole rock structure, it's going to be holes. So that's coming up. And then, the glass, as soon as it comes in for the 4,000, we got to silicone that and put that up. I can do that because Josh got them poles, and I can, jack them on. So I can silicone it, put the window up, and then put these poles up. Like, if this window is 14 foot long, I can put it like 3 foot in and 3 foot in, and then jack them both against the back wall, and push that pressure against the front. So I can do that. Them are 3 main projects. Any other projects we're looking at right now? After we get the 4,000 up and running, then we got to tear apart the sump and repaint that. So we can't do that because that's going to take 10 days curing time. I have to set up another pool, put up the wet dry filters in there, all the bio balls, and then extend the pipes over to here and have the filtration running in this pool so that we can empty down the sump and grind it all down to metal and then repaint that. So that's going to take us 2 weeks or something. So we have to build a whole other wet dry system.
Yeah, Rude Hobby, I think that was about the most loaded question you could have asked at the moment. What's the next big project?
Oh, and another project.
Do we have any little ones?
The 750 gallon tank. That's sitting next to the 2200, and it's 8 foot long. We are going to take that and turn it right next to it, so it's flush with the 2200, which is 6 foot deep. That's going to leave 2 foot sticking out, so it's going to be flush in the front because we used to have the 240 right there. Then we're going to have a walkway between here, and the 550 from outside is going to come in and go against the wall next to it. So you'll be walking, coming in the door, you have a walkway between these 2 tanks. So we're going to have to lose the medical shelving that we have there with all the products on it, for parasitic,
Yeah, but we're gonna have that 540 where we can put it on. It's gonna be easy to put it on the system and off the system.
Right.
So we can use it for quarantine anytime we have to.
Now it'll be covering the original 2 doors a little bit. The black shelf will go over and cover the last little bit of the door.
Just keeps getting put on the back burner, man.
Yeah. So I mean, that's another project we got coming.
That's gonna be it'll actually add to our quarantine capacity. Having something we can grab anytime we really need it.
God, Tyler. That's why OFR is the dream team and the best rescue in the world, because you guys know how and what to do. Well, I just got a list, and my list is so long. I've got things every day I go through, and if I can get it off the list, that's fine. I add more to the list, but then I bring up things from the bottom. Oh, we can get to this now because this is moved. Let's bring this up and add it to our immediate list. So we keep doing it. Summerlee says, Rich, you're going to have to get the Floby back out if you want to keep your title. Mini Mullet Man is going to steal your title.
I'm not sure who they're talking about, but I saw a little guy on YouTube today. He's got the roach, Native American roach style. In the front,
black hair with the red
with
shirt.
The black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said they got competition.
I mean, God dang,
see,
man, it looks like he's good.
He's what, 3 foot tall, 3.5 foot tall,
and
his hair is touching the top of his, like the bottom of his shirt almost. And so, in comparison, his hair is almost as long as mine.
It is,
but
as long as yours.
I'm
in
6
comparison,
foot. Right?
Height,
No, it ain't as long as mine. Even in comparison, mine goes down, half my butt. His didn't even go to the bottom of his shirt yet. But if he stands next to me and we put our heads even, his hair is going to go cut down. I've got at least a foot and a half after that, So, he's got a great start and some competition for sure, and he's young, so his hair is going to keep growing, and as long as they groom it that way and don't cut it short, he might even beat me. Actually, it's getting a little poopy. It's getting long. Like, I'd say this is what all my hair up here is like. Let me go on this side. Probably I'll go over in the light. I don't know, probably 4 or 5 inches long. I usually keep it around 2 inches up here. So I do gotta get the Floby back out. I just ordered new blades for it. So now it don't take me an hour to cut my hair and keep going after it. Now I should be able to just cut it and just go, So. All right, it's 6:30. We got to do the Tracy update. Let me take Joshy and come down here. Oh, we got to turn off the Joshy. There we go. Here's the Tracy update. No, above it. There it is. There we go. There's our Tracy at Joshy's graduation from Ohio University. And Crispy, she was living with us at the time. Here's Tracy in the kitchen. Look how cute she is. Oh, she cut her finger. That's what she's showing me. And now that we were at, was it Case Western Reserve? We were at some college, and they had a bunch of fish in there that they donated to us. And there she is at Home Depot helping me get drywall for one of the properties. I had to rebuild it. And she just worked her butt off with me. She wasn't a girl that was like, I can't do that. I mean, she was like, come on, let's do it. She just helped and helped and helped. She was always there. And look at that. That's a 14-foot, not reticulated python, whatever the other one is. I forget. No, definitely not ball. The big one. The I don't know. She's inside that same 750 I was just talking about. And there was when we had a big red tail die. And it wasn't that big. It was only like 3 foot. But look at that face on her. She's just like, ew. There's when we got a big piece of wood donated to us. She was happy about that. I miss her so much. There's her and Crispy. moving fish out to somebody's car. Mel, see the limo in the back there? We still had the limo then. She is. Look at her. She's so cute. The little mighty powerhouse. She's 5'1" and 100 pounds. All right. We went through all the pictures. So this week, she has been so alert. I mean, oh my God. And then, okay, on Tuesday and Wednesday night, I had to watch her 16 hours each night. So I'm watching, taking care of her. And then, you know, I set her up on her back. I change her. I put her on her back. She was on her side. I put her on her back and, you know, moved her up on the bed, got her, you know, her pillow. I take her, I lift her head and I flip the pillow around to her. It's a nice cold spot on the pillow. And I put her head back down and give her the nice cold spot, fluffy pillow. And, you know, I go into the kitchen to wash my hands and I come back and she's laying on her side again. I'm like, Tracy, did you just roll over on me? So I pick her back up. I put her back on her because she was on her side for 2 hours. I got to have her on her back now or the other side. And so I set her back up and, you know, boom, she's on her back. She's this good. I suctioned her out. I put the blanket over her. She's all good to go. And I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV right next to her. And next thing you know, she flips back on her side. I'm like, Tracy, what are you doing? I've never seen her move this much. She moves where she wants to be. Even though she was on her side for 2 hours, she wanted to go back to her side and bring her knees up into like a fetal position. You know, she wanted to be on that side. So I let her go for another 2 hours. And then I turned her to her back. And by that time, she was really, really tired and sleepy. So I put her on her back and she didn't fight me no more. But yeah, she's getting really aware and a lot more movement. She's something else. So, like ornery, you know, I have to talk to her when I'm changing her because, you know, if you try and, okay, let's say you roll her over, you got the new thing on her and then you roll her back over it and you try and move them legs open, she holds them solid. She won't. I'm like, Tracy, you got to help me, honey. Okay, I got to spread your legs. Okay, this and that. And then I'm like, come on, a little more. And she finally just opens up and I don't have to fight her no more. And I take the diaper and I put it over top and I put her legs closed and I pull her feet down and I'm like, okay, go ahead and stretch. And she'll stretch every time. And then I can go ahead and strap, you know, and hook on the backs to the front, you know. And she's getting so smart. She's getting so aware. She's getting so much more movement now, you know. And I don't know if you guys know this, but I bought like a robotic hand because, you know, when she came home from the nursing home, she was like completely locked up like this. And her feet were straight down like she's, you know, they call it ballerina feet. Like she's wearing ballerina shoes and she's up on her tippy toes. And we, you know, just from range of motion, we got her completely loosened up and all this. And she's not like that no more, except for one hand. It's kind of like this. So when you first go to do range of motion, her hand's stiff, like she's having a Charlie horse. So I bought this glove thing and it goes onto each one of these fingers and her thumb and it straps on right here and it runs off of air pressure and it goes shh, shh, and it opens her hand all the way up and then back down and close. And then it'll open, you know, close one finger, then the next finger, and then the next finger, and the next finger. And then it'll close 2 fingers, and then these 2 fingers. Then it'll close 3 fingers, and then it'll close 4 fingers, moves the thumb in, and it starts over again. And it does a 15-minute cycle. And you can have, there's 4 different cycles for it. So I bought her that. It was like $150. And, you know, we got her left hand is so loose now. You know, you can just pick her up and she just drops. You know, she's not. Before she was in an eternal state of Charlie horses, you know, locked up, you know, solid, and you had to like really stretch her arm to get her out of it. So, I mean, you guys ever get a Charlie horse, it's got to hurt. And then she was staying in it all day, you know. Yeah, we hurt for, you know, 10 seconds and you get a cramp in the back of your leg and you got to straighten it out and, you know, that kind of stuff. So she's her quality of life has gone way up because she's now more comfortable without all them cramps and Charlie horses and stuff. And you know the amount that she's moving now and the amount that she's listening to me and you know when I talk to her and yeah she's just doing so much better. I'm so happy with her. And not to mention before, you know, I told you before she was aware and would watch me and you know watch me go around the bed, but you know she you know open up her eyes when I start talking to her on this side. I'm like, hi Tracy, and she'd open her eyes and
Rich,
what?
they're watching the Tracy thing.
Oh yeah, I got to put me back on there. I'm sorry.
Oh, you were showing the hand movements and everything.
Yeah. Turn that up in front. Okay, so anyways, she'd take her head and she'd open up her eyes and she'd slowly turn this way. And I think I said this last week. Now when I talk to her, she'll just turn her head straight towards me, quick. So she's so much more aware. And then like I'm pretty sure I said this last week, but when the nurse goes and does her mouth care, she turns away hard. She don't like that at all. So we gotta kind of like hold her head and do her teeth and all this stuff. And she turns away fast. She's not slow moving no more. She's on it. So she's just so much more awake and so much better. Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting any moment. She's going to start, being able to answer us with her eyes or look at the yes/no board or something. She's just so aware and she's so intent on listening to us when we talk to her and stuff. And I had Joshy had brought. Remember, Joshy come over with Laura. Well, I took Laura in there and say hi to Grandma, and she's like, "Hi, Grandma," and she's rubbing her hand and stuff. And Tracy's just looking over there. She couldn't say nothing, but man, she was looking. She was definitely looking. Let's see what's up here. Lori Petrosky says it's cold and rainy today in Everett, Washington. Well, it's cold and rainy today. It was what, a high of 41 and then rainy all day?
Yeah, it's been
terrible. It's flu weather. Jim says it's so great to hear improvement with Tracy. Thomas Miles says, why not grow all your hair long? Is it because you want a certain style? No, here's the problem. I had all my hair in the front right here was long all the way down to my belt, my pants, and I used to take this hair that was hanging in front and tie it in a ponytail, and then I'd take the hair in the back and tie that in a smaller a ponytail lower, and that's how I used to ride the Harley and stuff like that. But once I got it cut off because I had the brain surgery, I tried growing it back a couple times, and I can't get past the point that my hair grows up and out like an afro, and it's so wiry, and it just gets until it gets long enough to pull down. It's just so poofy and wiry. I can't go through that again. Did that in school, and no, I don't like it. So I keep cutting it. So now it turns out, everybody says I got a mullet, and I'm like, no, it's just short in the front and longer in the back. That's all. No, that's exactly the definition of a mullet. I didn't want a mullet. I didn't ask for a mullet. This is just how I live. So that's why I don't grow it long again. And it used to look like a lion's mane. When it started getting longer, it was so bushy and hanging out, this wide and all the way down. It looked like a lion's mane. It was just looked unmanageable, and my hair is so, I don't know, wiry. Camel's Bike says, do you have any tank and stands for sale? We got a bunch out there. A bunch of smaller ones. I think there's a 170 out there or a 180, 6 foot long. What else is out there? Everything else is smaller. There's a 54-gallon corner tank. There's like a 60-gallon in the shape of a breeder tank, a 40 breeder but taller. There's a bunch of other smaller ones.
It can change on a daily basis. That's why you have to hesitate and think about it. What's out there?
Right.
Visualize what's set and where.
Tyler says, but now your mullet is absolutely legendary, or literally legendary.
Well, it's in Guinness World Record, I guess.
Yeah. Summer Lee says, Camel, there is a list of tanks for sale on Facebook. Yeah, if you go to on Facebook, we have 2 different pages. One is Ohio Fish Rescue. That's the main business page. You guys can't post to that, but that's where Josh puts up a video every Friday of all the tanks and all the fish we got to give out. then the other one is Ohio Fish Rescue, followed by some numbers. Well, the numbers are 501c3. That's our, not-for-profit organization. So that's the one we help everybody at. Now, you got fish, you got to find a place, but let's say you're in Southern California. We're not going to come pick up some community fish across the country because it costs $1,000 of gas. But you could post it on our page and say, I've got these free to good home in Los Angeles, California. You don't have to put your address on there, but put your city and state on there. And then everybody around you will call you and contact you and try and get the fish from you. And, we help people out like that. Or people that have a sick fish, they post a picture or video on it. And then, everybody chimes in trying to help that person, So that's why we have 2 different Facebook pages. Summerly says, here is the link for tank for sale. There's a 75 with sand. Send them a message. But no link. That's no link. There's the link. I found it. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just reading these messages. So anyways, I hope you like the Tracy update and the Josh update. And now we're back to ouch, ouch, ouch. First cup is done. Oh, shit. Okay, drink more. That also qualifies. Sebastian says, now give me a weight loss update. We already did that. I'm down to 289, which is 51 pounds down. So 51 pounds. I told Tracy that's half of your weight. You're only 98 to 100 pounds. That's more than half your weight.
It gets to 275, you can start cooking again.
Jerry's like, all for my diet. Get down to the weight you want, because he's wanting me to start cooking again. The big breakfasts, the dinners, the different things.
Craving for a big stack.
Well, I should actually cook that now because I won't eat it. They're syrup like that. So I won't even, tempt myself. But, if we make like, chicken and dumplings or something like that, I can't hold myself off from eating that. I love that. Right. But pancakes, I don't, it's all sugary. I'm not going to eat that. I can make that for you guys, though.
Flame on, George. Anytime. I can always eat a stack of pancakes.
Behavior Diamond says, I want to complain. My daughter's Halloween costume was $59. Yeah, remember when they were like $12 at the Halloween store? Oh. Rich and Jerry update. Well, there's nothing for us, I'm running around crazy all day long, nonstop. Jerry's, trying to get back into things. Suhan says, so that mean I can't cook when I get there? Oh, hell no. Jerry's looking forward to it. That's all he talks about every day. He can't wait for you guys to get here and start cooking because I don't cook for him now.
I was just thinking the last pancakes I had was the ones that Sue had made when she was here.
Remember the last time I made pancakes? We hadn't made pancakes for like a year. And
you're going too far back for me.
No, I had I think the Hungry Jack or whatever pancake mix. And I tried making pancakes and I didn't taste them. I put them out on the table for them and they were like, it had gone stale and just dried out. It was terrible. It was terrible tasting.
I bet that stuff been in the cupboard since Tracy.
Right.
I remember one year my kids and I went to all the secondhand shops, Goodwill and St. Vincent de Paul and all those kind of places, and put together our own costumes for Halloween. And that was about 2 weeks of just great fun. Putting together our own costumes, buying little parts and pieces.
Ridwood says, hey, Big Rich and Jerry, can't wait to come out there again in about 2 weeks. Can't wait to get Jerry nice and stoned again and beat everybody in pool again. Oh, shit. Since I got these people here in this room, I don't have 2 bedrooms open.
No, you don't.
Damn, I'm going to have to do something. Because we got Sue Ann and you know, depth charge. And then we got Rick and Maritza.
Well,
2 couples are coming. I don't know what I'm going to do.
As far as I can tell, they're actively, it's just a couple of days or something. So I don't know.
I think it's for the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, I can maybe, set up a bed in this room.
We're getting a side conversation here.
It don't matter.
Yeah. That's November 5th. That's next weekend.
That's 2 weekends.
Got OCA coming up on the heels fast too.
That's at the end of November. That's
Yeah.
that's 5 weekends.
Yeah.
Lorenzo says make Dutch pancakes. They're much better. What is a Dutch pancake?
What's the difference? That's
Right.
It's I've tasted all different kinds of pancakes. You can't hurt them really. My daughter and one of her girlfriends had a competition. One was vegan buckwheat pancakes, and the other one was regular buckwheat pancakes. And I couldn't tell the difference. One was just as good as the other, especially after I put syrup on them.
Camel's Bike said, so could I show up and hang out for a day with y'all? Of course. We'll put you to work. We'll get some work done during the day. Then we'll drink and have fun in the evening. Lori Petrozzi is talking about, using pond water to start her tanks up, and that ain't going to do it. You need to get, depending on what fish you want in there, you got to come up with an idea of how much, piss they're going to make, and then you have to simulate that. Like add ammonia every day. Some people say, get a bunch of goldfish because they die, it don't matter. Well, yeah, it does. So basically what you want to do, you can get liquid ammonia from a store, and you figure out if you're going to have, I don't know, a beta and then, a male beta and 3 females. That ain't very much. You can put, a cap full of pee in the water every single day, and it will, or not pee, ammonia, which is the same thing. They sell it at the store, and then, I have to go by cups, because if I set up a new tank and I want to,
you ain't worth a 5 gallon.
Right, and my tank, let's say I set up the new 4,000 gallon with a brand new filter on it, and I need to cycle that filter. I have to figure out I'm going to have, all 6 pacu in there, and then I'm going to have other fish. Each fish puts out about a 1/4 cup of pee a day. Add that up, and I'm adding like 4 cups of ammonia a day and then you got to test your water until you see a spike in ammonia way up high. Now, when that spike starts coming down, now you got to wait for the next type of bacteria. Keep adding the same amount of ammonia a day because you've got bacteria in there that's eating that much ammonia. Now it comes down to 0, and your nitrites spike up. And keep doing the same thing every day until the nitrates come down and you read 0 ammonia, 0 nitrites. Now the nitrates will start building up. Your cycle is done for the amount of fish you want to put in there because you figured out how much pee they put out a day. That's the only way. People say, use the old water. There's not much bacteria in the water at all. I mean, bacteria does float and land on rocks and stuff like that. So there is some, but very minuscule. You're going to find your bacteria mostly in your filter and in the gravel. Okay. So you can take, let's say you're setting up 10-gallon tanks. You can take half the gravel out of this tank and put it in this tank, and you can set it up right away and take your filter, take it out and wring it out into this tank, and then your new filter will suck up all that, you know, bacteria and everything into it, and then the gravel's half full of bacteria. You can put fish in right away on a small little tank scale. It's different for big tanks like mine, you know. So you know, you just got to learn the cycle is all. Trust me, there's really not much, you know, bacteria in water. Bacteria attaches to things, so it's all in your gravel, it's all in your filter, it's on every piece of decoration, you know, that kind of stuff.
Does that count as an ouch?
Yes. He says it's going to be chilly at night outside. Yeah, last time you guys were here, we hung outside a lot. It's probably going to be in the 40s out there. You know, let me check here. On here. All right, it ain't too bad. This week has all been, you know, high 40s, like 48, you know, 40, 47 daytime, but 35 at night. Next week is all going to be 57, 58, 56. So I don't know about the week after that, which is the week they're coming. But, you know, we can hang outside in 60-degree weather. That ain't bad.
Well, it depends on how much wind's blowing and what the direction is.
Right.
When it gets down over about 50, you know, the breeze makes a big difference. No such thing as bad weather, just inappropriate clothing.
Well, you know, I got my shorts and I got my T-shirts.
You come out there, you sit down, you go, you go back in.
I'll go in and get a blanket and I'll put it on my chair. I'll sit on it and then I'll flap the blanket over me. And I'm fine then, you know.
I got my fleece on top of this, and then with my hood up over my hat and everything.
Yeah. Maritza's here. Hi, Maritza. She says, hi, Big Rich and Jerry. Miss you guys. Miss you guys. Miss you too. Lori Petrosky says, let him sleep in the barn.
Oh, I think the raccoon lives out there.
Oh my God. Skylar just messaged me and said her dad's turned into a Democrat. He was Republican, so I don't know what that's all about.
All right.
Bob the Piercer says, hey, Richie, is my son on here? Do you guys do water changes on the pool? How long does it take? Okay, I think he's talking to me. I'm Big Rich. Richie is Little Rich. Bob Taylor says, just get Jerry to take a whiz in it and use it as starter culture. You can actually do that. That is ammonia, you know. What you want to do is build up enough bacteria to eat as much ammonia as your fish that you want to put in. Like I had some guy, you know, tell me, he sent me a picture of his new pool. He's got set up in a new filter in a garbage can. He goes, I need some fish now. I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't give you fish. You need to cycle that. You need to cycle for the amount of fish you got. Oh, I've got 3 goldfish in there. It's been running for 2 weeks now. That ain't going to do it. If you want to add a fish 6 inches, then you may have enough bacteria for that to survive that fish, you know, keep it alive. But you put in, you know, 4 3-foot fish, and you don't have no bacteria in there. That's going to spike ammonia big time, probably kill the fish. It's going to spike nitrites big time, and you know they're going to have to live in their own piss for months, you know, a month or 2 before you get the cycle right. So
for a while I had a Victorian cast bronze fish bowl, about 7 gallons. And there's a bronze framework around it holding a glass bowl. Okay. And the main decoration in bronze was this little guy about 6 inches tall peeing in the pond. It had a little pump that went up and
yeah.
And that was the big joke. You know, it was a beautiful tank. I don't remember exactly. I traded it for something. But
Bob Taylor says, tell Skylar I feel her pain.
Oh, that's full. We got a super chat. It's Hens Mung, and he's not going to make me pronounce the whole dang thing.
It was monkey.
Okay, one more time trying to pronounce it. He's going to get me. Good night, man. I hope you got this in time.
Monique or Monique? Monique. One of the two.
Monique, yeah.
I think we got the first one. That's Hensy for sure.
I mean, I'm pronouncing it with American
slang, slander,
I'd be interested.
attitude, everything. Thank you, Hensy. Bob Taylor says, am I spelling ouch wrong? Yeah, it's O-U-C-H, but that's okay. We got what you're saying. So back to the problem now. With that bedroom taken, I got to find room for both couples to be here. So I'm thinking setting up the queen bed in the live stream room because we don't need it but on Friday. You know, so once I use it Friday, they'll be here Saturday and Sunday.
I would just move it over.
I can move this whole table over and they'd have this whole room and then the queen bed right there. I think that would work.
I would move it. Well,
it won't be pretty.
We're getting in a sidecar. Yeah.
You said that last time. Stop.
Right.
It's all right.
Yeah.
They're here to hang out with us and whatever we talk about. You know, you don't think the nights we talked about music for an hour wasn't a side thing? Yeah, that's not nothing to do with fish. And then we get their opinions on what we're talking about. That's great. Oh yeah, drink up. Thomas Miles says, would you recommend wet dry filtration or canister? I always go wet dry. I build my own out of garbage cans, tubs, whatever. You know, you can stack tubs on top of tubs and, you know, drill holes in the bottom. And the first one is all mechanical filtration like sponges. And then the second one, or socks. And then the second one is all let's say if you do socks up top and then you do like a whole layers of sponges down here. And now that's a second mechanical filtration, plus sponges also hold bacteria. And then at the bottom, nothing but bio balls or whatever you like, and then flows back to the tank. I love that setup. Plus, you got a pump pumping up, and it's you know, direct gravity fed all the way down. It's the most like economical way to do it. Rick says, Big Rich, we'll sleep in the monster pond room. It's comfortable couches. Don't care. I'm going to be drunk anyways. Oh, you're going to drink again? Rick drank the first night he was here, and he would not drink after that.
Hey, you can't sleep in the pond, Rick.
He tried last time.
I know.
Maritza found him at the edge of the pond with his arm in there. Passed out. I do have that queen size mattress out there on top of the hot tub.
Yeah, but you can't. Otherwise, it's going to have to come down off of there. But
no. I don't want him sleeping on the hot tub. I'm saying I can bring that in here.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I thought that's what you were talking about.
Oh, okay.
Well, I'm not sure what other queen size you have.
Mandy Davies says, does your clock go back soon? Ours go back this weekend. Yeah, we're still in daylight savings time, so whenever it happens, it happens. I never know. Maritza says, he was so drunk. Rick's lucky the nippy guard didn't get him. He said that he remembers, you know, he's seen the guard come up to him and he reached out and petted him and as he swam by. Suhan says, Rick, if you get past those plants you work on, yeah, we've got an edge of plants now. You can't get to the pond, Rick. No matter what, you cannot get to the pond unless you stick your arm in on the step and then there's no fish there because that's all plants.
Yeah, we cleared out almost enough room to put that mattress right down there.
Deb Charge goes, Rich, what was that 80s movie? A biker dies and has to be a guardian angel and earn his way back to heaven? I don't know.
I don't know. You'd have to question Google about that. Wraith?
It wasn't the Wraith. That was Charlie Sheen driving the Wraith, and he killed people. He wasn't working his way back to heaven.
Yeah, that was a revenge.
Here, I'll do it.
Good movie.
80s movie where a biker dies and he comes back as a guardian angel
That
and has to
car's
work his
for
way back to
real.
heaven.
It's actually one of a kind. It's a Pontiac.
The Heavenly Kid is what it's called, where a biker dies, comes back to Earth as a guardian angel. He has to work his way to Uptown by helping nerdy high school student named Lemmy become cool. You can watch the trailer of the movie here. It's called The Heavenly Kid.
Okay. That was easy.
So man says, cheater. I said I don't know. I'm giving you an answer by any means I know because I didn't know the answer.
That's what a teacher does. I don't know. Let's find out together.
Yeah, the Wraith, people don't realize this, but that was Charlie Sheen driving that car, that whole movie.
I'm trying to remember what kind of Pontiac that was. It was one of them. There was only two of them that they built.
What type of car was it in the Wraith, the movie? It was a Dodge M4S Turbo Interceptor, a Dodge Interceptor. Futuristic concept car built by Chrysler. It was originally designed to be a pace car for the Indy Series. It was a M4S stands for mid-engine 4-cylinder sports car. That was only a 4-cylinder? It had a 2.2-liter 4-cylinder engine with the 16-valve Cosworth head and twin Garrett turbochargers.
What did they call it?
Producing approximately 440 horsepower. While it was a functional concept vehicle, the film also used multiple replicas and dummy cars for stunts and action sequences. After the movie, the original car that was used for the beauty shots survived production and continued to be used as a pace car before eventually being displayed in the Walter P. Chrysler Museum. 1986 Dodge MS4 Interceptor.
Okay. There was a Pontiac. I was almost positive there was a Pontiac.
Wait. You were wrong.
No, I was wrong. The Google's not always right either.
Google's always right.
But
It's backed by AI now. It's always right. Oh my God. Bob Taylor says newborn puppies are Democrats until they open their eyes a little. That's fucking funny.
no,
politics.
no politics.
Well, we're cruising on 158 people and 67 likes. Don't be lazy, guys. Go hit that like button. I got the monetization off, so you guys don't have to deal with it. At least hit the like button.
Yeah, if you got a specific question, especially tank related or fish related or something like that.
Maritza says, if there's a will, there's a way. He's going to find half his body in the pond again. Maybe because I just pushed him in the side. Oh, man, I had so much fun. I laughed so hard the whole time you guys were here. We had so much fun. That was great.
Yeah, well, it was pretty good.
Well, we're going to do it again. Big Junior Chambliss says, can you introduce yourselves for us new people? Well, absolutely. I'm Big Rich. How you doing? Nice to meet you. I'm the owner and everything for Ohio Fish Rescue. And this is Bodacious Bob. This is Jerry. This is Reaper's dad.
At least he didn't call me Beefcake this time.
Beefcake Bob. That was the one I should have. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Jerry.
That's Reaper's daddy.
No.
You guys look so alike. You know why? You both got that white beard going on. That's why you look alike.
That does make a difference.
Yeah. Doesn't matter what color your eyes, what the rest of your features are. You got that white beard. You look like brothers.
Yeah.
Did Jerry tweak his back? Yeah, he's been in pain for the last 4 days. Yeah, drink up, guys.
Yeah, we're doing the ouches. We were just joking about it. I was actually the one in the most normal condition at one time.
Yeah. Tyler says you can also call the guy on the left, which is you, Jerry, Reaper's dad, or Rich calls him the crypt keeper. Doesn't he look like the crypt keeper? I mean, like 137 years old.
Hey, it's Rich's crypt I'm taking care of out there. You want to call
Rich
me
says,
the
I
crypt
bet if you
keeper?
grew a beard, it'd be white too. Come on now, look at my stash. It's nice and brown. All my hair is still brown. Only a little bit of white up front here. And I'm 62 years old, okay? So my hair is all this color. Just a little bit of white here. The rest of it's all brown. All this is brown.
It doesn't
Come
change.
on now.
Yeah.
My facial hair, and this is brown up on my stash. A little bit of white in there. But if I grew this is all brown. I can feel the little stubblies now.
It doesn't change. It's the same.
So, what's up, Bodacious 5 or Beefcake 5? Which one you want?
Neither, thank you. I've had enough nicknames in my life.
Oh my God.
I like that. I'm not old, I'm seasoned in experience. Thank you, Tyler.
He's seasoned and experienced, all right. He's marinated in like weed water and bong water and whatever.
Hey, it's not the age that gets you anyway, it's the mileage.
Loren says, I think Jerry looks like Popcorn Sutton from Moonshiners.
Yeah, I don't know the character.
It looks just like it.
Nah.
But what moonshine would Jerry make? Back when you were drinking, what kind of hard liquor did you drink?
Oh, my choice was good tequila,
Tequila?
mezcal occasionally.
Jerry looks like a pot smoking Gandalf.
Yeah, what's the other wizard?
No. Hold your hand up like this. Seriously.
The wizard that's got the shit all over his hat.
I don't know. We'll get to that, but hold your hand up.
No.
Come on now. This is
My
Gandalf.
My Gandalf staff is out in the puffer tank.
Okay.
Yeah, Josh called him my Gandalf. He said that's Jerry's Gandalf staff.
Well, if you held your hand out, he yelled, "Thou shalt not pass." You're Gandalf.
Thou shalt not pass, man.
There you go. James McNally says, did Jerry own exotic fish before joining Ohio Fish Rescue, or did he learn everything from young Big Rich 62? Well, Jerry knew nothing about fish before he moved in here at all. He brought a guppy with him with his like 2-gallon fish tank.
All right, hey, that's good. I knew nothing about guppy. I bought that fish.
No, Jerry has been, all of his life into fish. Back 50 years ago. You think?
As an
67?
infant, actually, I was.
So at 17, were you into fish at that point?
When I was 8 years old, I was helping take care of the live food cultures in 2 pet shops.
So more than 60 years of knowledge there.
Yeah. I'd already been doing.
Oh. Okay. Oh, my
When
God.
I went to elementary
That's
school,
like 5 more drinks right there, guys.
I was already doing water chemistry, and the other kids were still working on their multiplication tables.
Lauren says
We
Jerry
didn't have
doesn't have
computers and stuff.
Jerry doesn't have exotic fish. He has exotic dancers.
I to tell you the truth, I'd rather take care of exotic fish at this stage of my life, especially in the plural. One exotic dancer, yeah. You're saying dancers?
Oh my God. There's like 5 more drinks, guys. I'm sorry. My back's killing me. My
Oh
ribs
yeah,
killing me.
I'm sorry. Tyler Care, the Hobbits are infamous for their pipe weed. Read the original J.R.R. Tolkien series.
How old is Jerry? I would guesstimate, because he keeps lying to us, about 112. Now, I think Jerry is, 72?
75.
75. Reaper is 72. That's what it is.
Reaper's not 70.
Yeah.
I thought he was still about 60.
Lorenz says, "How are the ribs, Big Rich? They're getting better. They're at the point now to where they don't hurt unless I cough, sneeze, laugh, anything like that. It reminds me, hey, we're still here, you know. But if I just don't do none of that and I walk around, I'm fine. I even got to the point where I can now reach out, grab the sliding glass door, and open the door with his arm with just slight pain from my rib, and then close it. So I'm good. Things are getting better, but you know." It seems like, here's the thing that bothers me. It seems like if I sit in this chair so long and I'm hunched over, like leaning against the back, and then I want to sit up, by moving my body, now it wants to, you know, expand to the way I'm sitting now or contract to this. Like if I'm laying in the bed and I'm laying on my belly, if I go to turn over and go to my back, my ribs are now compressed from laying on my side, and it hurts at first, and then I'm fine. It don't hurt at all. But, you know, a half hour later, when I go to roll over my back, it expands, and I'm like, oh, you know. That's the only pain I'm in now with the ribs. So they're healing good.
You're going to have to drink after that, because that was the longest version of ouch I've ever heard.
Sue Ann says, Jerry's 37, maybe 137. What are you talking about?
Well, not too much. I know of 2 members of my family who lived past 100.
Manny Davies says, can you say hello to my partner, Richard? He has hurt his ankle. Well, what's up, Rich? Nice name. Like that name. Here's to you.
You glad your last name is not Simmons? No, that's cool. Everybody's using place in the world.
Tyler Kerr says, Big Rich in action figures. I actually have a few. Catchphrases would say, stay fishy, my friends. It would be laugh and then ouch. Oh, no, you got that right.
Yeah.
James McNally says, Jerry's Reaper's big brother.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Reaper's good brother. I call him brother. I mean, there's not too many men I call brother. Well, there are a lot more now in my life, but then I lost a lot of them too. Unfortunately, it tends to balance out after a while.
I know what I'm getting you this Christmas. I'm gonna go to the head shop and I'm gonna find you a Gandalf bomb.
A Gandalf bomb?
Yeah.
I'm not big on bombs.
Well, too bad. I'm tired of you guys scraping that little bowl and then trying to scrape it clean and just burning that resin. It smells horrible. I'm gonna get you a nice, clean new bomb. And then you just got the smell of the weed to deal with.
I mean, I appreciate it. Interesting.
Wait a minute.
I'd rather have a nice clay pipe like you use. Those are nice.
Boom 216 says, Charlie said in the last interview he still has the car from the movie, and sometimes it sits in Jay's garage. Jay Leno's. That's interesting. I like that.
Magic gas. That's it. Harley Jeb said I was trying to figure out who that wizard was, the forest wizard, the one with the bird crap all over his hat. I'm more like that than I am Gandalf.
Camel's Blake says, what is your favorite fish of all time? What's your favorite fish?
Mine?
Yeah.
Man, I hate that question because I like fish.
Your top 3.
My top 3. That I personally own?
No, just your favorite fish of all time that you would love to have.
Oh, something I would love to have right now is there's a electric, blue, black paradise fish, a hybrid color form.
Uh-huh.
There with kind of a crown tail type They are magnificent. I would love to have a trio of those. But um, uh, geez, I don't know. I really have to. There's so many of them, and it's a matter. I can't think of one without the restrictions of being able to keep it. So it's kind of hard for me to separate it because it doesn't separate in my head. If I can't maintain it in optimum conditions, then it's eliminated from the list. You know,
Okay. Well, my three
it's kind
would
of automatic.
definitely be arapaima,
Yeah.
a GATF, Goliath African tigerfish, and then an albino goonch. That's my top three right there. And if I had to add another one, Geophagus sabini was one of my favorite fish I've had. I had one that had extraordinarily long fins and overgrowth, and it was just a work of art. He was beautiful.
I would love to have a tank that I could keep the Tanganyika and featherfin cichlid in. The Versifer.
Yeah.
Those and some of those Tanganyika sardines.
Oh, look, Stephen Bundleluck's here. What's happening, buddy?
If I had about a 3,000 gallon tank that was at least 20 feet long and set it up as a complete Tanganyika reef, balanced. Now that would be a dream for me.
Stephen, just to let you know, we've got Big Betty and Paco are the two big red belly Pacu that are in our 3,000 gallon. That's the only two red bellies I have left. I have two of the black Pacu. You know, everybody calls me and says I have a black Pacu. They don't realize red belly Pacu lose their red at about 12, 13 inches, and then they turn all black. That's not a black Pacu. That is a red belly.
Yeah.
The black Pacu are actually olive green with a black line, across and then down is all black, and
It's
they
like
get
a
bigger.
skyline.
Yeah. Well,
That's
the spot between the black and the green, and the same thing with the red belly, they have darker black on bottom and lighter black on top. They have the skyline image too. But the green ones get bigger, the actual true black Pacu, they get bigger and heavier. And now one of our green ones is coming up and encroaching on Paco and Big Betty's size. So he's going to be passing them in the next year and be bigger than them. But we still have, that's the only two Pacu we have left, other than the albino Pacu, but it doesn't have a name. But, we gave the other albino to the Reptarium Legacy Public Aquarium, yeah. And we gave them one of our big red belly Pacus and a bunch of other fish. We gave them a bunch of fish. So Pacu's still here, or Paco is still here.
There's still some, yeah.
He says, I hope he's behaving. He didn't behave when he got here. What are you talking about? He just wanted food. He'll push other people out of his way to get to the food. Yeah. Here's the Ace Freely. And soul rest forever. There's too many deaths lately. It's been ridiculous.
It's not something you get
It's
used
like
to. Man.
My whole childhood is like gone now, It's crazy. Camel's Bike says, I got a name for the albino Pacu. Beefcake Bob. I like it. I like it. That's what I'm going to call him from now on. That's the albino Pacu.
He's getting even with me because I'm naming his fish out there.
We got to, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. We got to tape on like a beard on front of him, so it swims around with a little beard. It's Beefcake Bob. Flip's here. It says, hey, beautiful people, let's get tanked. Well, the drinking word is ouch, or anytime I drink, so try and keep up, son.
Any good grunt or scream will work. Any way of saying ouch.
Dude, it all started, Tyler says.
Walking wounded.
all the legends are leaving us, and I agree, Rich. I've always been a rock and roll and metalhead. I remember Headbanger Ball back in VH1. Yes, but it all started with Dio. He was the first one. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe Dio's gone. You know, what a voice. What a, you know, just amazing. And then, you know, it just went on and got worse. And there's a few other, you know, and all of a sudden Ozzy, that hit hard. And now, you know, it's every time you turn around, there's somebody else.
Oh, we've already had a rescue fish come in named Ozzy.
Yep.
I didn't figure that'd take long.
Contrast says, Holy Diver. I used to love playing that song. I mean, that song just hit me to the core. And then we did Man on the Silver Mountain. We played that. That was amazing. I love that. Oh, yeah. The first one was Randy. Yes. When that happened, I was like, holy shit. But then there was a long time between. And then, you know, Dio. And then all of a sudden it came back with Ozzy. And holy shit. Stephen Bundling says, yes, the legends are leaving us. Luckily, I got to see Judas Priest and Alice Cooper last month. Alice and Rob Halford still rocking hard. Yes, Rob Halford's, I mean, he's in his 70s. He's got a voice. Like, you know, look at Motley Crue. They were awesome. I mean, the Grays band, one of my favorite bands ever. I followed them. I played their songs. I loved them. And now he can't sing for shit. You know what I'm saying? But look at Judas Priest. He's older than Vince Neil, and he's still able to belt out them songs. No problem. And not slowing it down and not, you know, detuning it. He's got the voice still, you know? Amazing. Chara Richard says, thanks, Big Rich, for taking time out of your busy schedule and let us see everything. It's amazing in person. The plants along the pool look great. You have a great mind. Oh, thank you. I just, you know, less work. That's my motivation. So we brought the plants in last year and we finagled with them all the time. And then, you know, Jerry's like, no, that don't need water. And I'm like, yes, it's dry as can be. And we're, you know, kind of getting a little tip over this and that. These plants are dying. You got to do something.
And every time you water them, the carpet gets all soaked in areas.
Yeah. So, you know, we got it to where now this year we don't have to water 3/4 of them, you know, and then next summer we don't have to start with bulbs and let them grow. We're going to start with plants that have grown in here and put them out there, and then they will start like they are now. You know, I've got a 4-foot wall of plants now that are started. If I started with the bulb, it'd be at 0, and then, you know, within weeks, you know, a leaf would come up through. So I like it better that next summer we're going to start with a jungle and end with a huge jungle, you know.
I'd like to try a couple over on the other side of the pond and see how they do.
Big Junior says, you watched the Netflix Ozzy movie last night? It was awesome. I'm going to have to check that out tonight because tonight I get to lounge out and lay around. I've got a night nurse. So I'm going to watch that movie and fall asleep.
Now, first you're going to make pancakes.
I ain't making pancakes at nighttime. Bad Family says,
anytime.
Cheap Trick still sounds badass. They were very talented, yes, for sure. Oh, yeah, Harley Jam, Iron Maiden, one of my favorite all-time bands, and I played 3 of their songs. And Bruce can still belt it out. He was an opera singer when they found him. I mean, he can belt it out. You know, Vince Neil, he should hang up his, just stop singing, just stop trying. You know, he's out there, he's putting the mic out, letting the audience sing half of the songs, and then he can't keep up with his own self of the songs, of the lyrics he used to sing. He puts in like every 3 words, you know, and he's horrible. It's horrible. And he's one of my absolute heroes from, you know, back in the day. You know, Live Wire, that whole album was amazing. I you don't know how much that made me want to become, you know, a rock star, a guitarist, and all that stuff. Love that. That and well, of course, Pantera. And Poison. Poison came out at the same time that, you know, back in then the Motley Crue, and oh my God, I love those two bands. They were the hair band of the century, you know. Oh, Lorenz. He goes, I would love to have a night nurse. The things I would make her do. You just stop your shit right there. I get to sleep tonight. I got a night nurse.
That went sideways.
Way quick. Here's a message of me. Oh, another one from Skylar. Rick sent a picture. I don't know what that picture is. Some bald guy.
Oh, I think that's Rob Oliver.
Oh no, that's Rick messing with the fish.
Oh,
I'm like some bald guy. Oh yeah, Stephen Bundlex was correct. Only singer worse than Vince Neil is Diamond Dave. Well, I don't know about Diamond Dave, but you know, Dave from Van Halen, he's horrible. He's horrible. Him and you know Vince Neil, they should just give it up. You know, at least Sammy, he looks horrible. He looks terrible. His hair's terrible, but he can still belt it out. Sammy Hagar from Van Hagar. But, you know, back in the Van Halen days, there's no way David Lee Roth can compare to his younger self at all. I mean, he changes the tempo. He changes the lyrics. He you know, he sits there and he comes in late. He shoots off early. It's just not, it's not the groove of the song no more, you know? It's horrible. But Tyler says, yeah, Sammy Hagar singing. He's still got it, but yeah, he's got, you know, you get memory problems when you get old. And he's got a repertoire of like, you know, 150 songs that he's got to remember all the lyrics to, you know. That's a singer's dilemma. So, you know, if you don't remember a couple, I'll forgive him for that, but he still can sing. Big Junior Chandler says, Motley Crue movie was pretty good. It was pretty good, if you want to believe in fairy tales, because that's not how things went down. Motley Crue even, you know, said that that's not, they were lying to you, and there's a lot of stuff happened they didn't put in there, and a lot of stuff that happened they put in there wrong.
I didn't hear a lot of this stuff. All I heard was somebody called bullshit on it. It happens. Got to get a good story, man. The more drama, the better.
Camel's Bike says, I never thought about it till now, but Jerry kind of looks like Willie Nelson. We've heard that before.
I've been playing with guitars for over 50 years. I don't play.
Love you, Lorenz.
But I would give my left one to have just what Willie Nelson has forgotten about playing.
Right. Chara Richard says, Poison, Great White, and Warrant was a great concert. I bet, because Janie Lane was amazing with Warrant. After that, not so much. Great White was amazing before all that shit happened. And Poison was amazing this whole time, you know. I love them. So, yeah, I would love to have, you know, seen that concert of the three of them together, you know, because the voice from Great White was amazing. You know, Once Bitten, Twice Shy was amazing. It was incredible.
Whip was that a person?
And Rat also. Rat was amazing. Have you seen, you know, dude lately? Oh, my God. Scary.
I think that's a personal shot from Whip there. If he says, if the guy said I look like Willie, and Whip says if Willie let himself go, maybe.
Yeah, Whip's such a good friend, huh?
Yeah, right. I think that was a personal shot.
Sue Ann, back to Jackal. You guys know I love Jackal.
Oh, yeah.
I got to go to the Jackal concert, and was it last year? Me and Skylar went, and then we had a couple other people. A couple other people went, and it was a great show. It was awesome. Everybody was having fun.
I don't know if I'd tell stories on that, so come back to you.
Well, you know, there was this guy come in, bald headed guy, you know, about a foot taller than me, about 450 pounds. He came in and he was arguing with the two girls he was with, and I tapped him on his back. I'm like, "You all right, big man?" He's like, "Yeah, I'm fine, I'm fine." And then he went back to arguing, but he's blocking us now. I can't see the stage, and I'm like 10 people back from the stage. So I tried moving sideways and moving Skylar over a little bit, and we're watching the show. And then they move in front of us again, and you know he's still arguing and fighting with the two of them. And I asked him again, "You all right, big guy?" And he's like, "Yeah." And the third time, because he was getting kind of intense with those guys, the third time he turned around and he was like, "I'm fine. Shut the fuck up. Leave me alone." And, you know, he did this right in front of Skylar, right in front of the other person I was with. And I was offended, you know. To me, he already entered into a contract with me because he stood up and put me down, made me take his bullshit, and then turned his back on me. So I did what any good American would do. I jumped up and I put him in the sleeper hold. And I had this 450-pound dude in the sleeper hold. I'm locked on, and the crowd just grabs my arms, grabs everything, and they're trying to pull us apart. I'm not letting go of this son bitch till he goes limp on me. And he went limp, and I let him go, and he fell down. And the crowd, which was amazing, because it don't happen like this everywhere, they just pushed me and pushed me and pushed me and pushed me away. Next thing you know, I'm on the side of the stage, and I'm not in the crowd no more. And there was no cops. There was no going to jail. There was no nothing, you know. I've been taught all my life to de-escalate, you know. And the best way I can do that is, I mean, I could have tapped him and smacked him in his face, right?
You need to de-escalated.
He was de-escalated, period. That 450-pound dude, he just went straight to the ground and went to sleep.
Well,
and I didn't have to deal with it no more. I could have tapped him on the shoulder.
Control the situation.
Right. And then as he turned around, I could have smacked him, but then we'd be fighting, right? I know the quickest way to de-escalate this situation and humiliate him after he tried humiliating me is to put him to sleep. And that's what I did. And then I was sitting on the side over here, and now Skylar got mad at me. She said that I did. I like get what she said, but she kind of like put me down. She goes, you blindsided him. You blindsided him. This and that. It's not as cool as you think it is. I'm like, dude, I don't think it's cool. I just know he was getting in my face, put me down, made me feel like shit, and then he turned his back on me. At that point, he's saying, "You're a bitch. I'm a man, and I'm turning my back on you." He said, "Shut the fuck up to me." You don't do that to another man in public without thinking he's going to retaliate. So I jumped up and put his dumb ass to sleep. And then his two girlfriends were like, "Oh my God." Yeah, I left out of there. I don't have a bruise. I don't have no pain. I wasn't in a fight, but dude got put on his ass, period. You know, don't turn around and treat me like that and turn your back to me.
It's a very intelligent audience, man. They put as much difference between you and him as possible.
They did. I can't believe that. Usually you get the cops called on you.
No, man. Look, Jackal is a biker band by the very definition.
Right.
And the crowd is a biker crowd.
They were a cool crowd.
And they know how to handle situations.
That was amazing.
I mean, people
I was at the
have been there, done that, man.
Listen, I was at the Ugly Kid Joe concert.
Yeah.
Now this dude, I can't stand Ugly Kid Joe. Love their music, can't stand him himself. I'm sitting there, and my buddy Eddie T, before he died, paid me $50 to be his bouncer. Basically, it's his birthday. He just wants to go out and get drunk, have fun, watch the concert, and nobody bother him. He paid me $50. So I go out with him. Now my job is to watch Eddie. And, we go up there, and I got my arm right on the stage, and here comes Ugly Kid Joe, and there's the mic right there. You know, I'm like, "What's up, bro?" And it's great, you know. And he starts off with, I think it was Cats in the Cradle or some shit like that. But the next song came out, and it was Hate Everything About You. And there was a little mosh pit started behind me. So I go to drink my drink, you know, and I'm listening to it because I played the song, Hate Everything About You. And, you know, I go to take a drink of my vodka and squirt, and I get hit from the back, and the drink gets put all over my face, down my front. I turn around like, "Dude, what the fuck?" And you know, he just went on about his way and kept on going in the mosh pit. Next thing you know, I turn back around and go to drink the rest of it, and he hits me again. So I turn around and I shove him. He hits like 3 people, that hit like 10 people, that hit like 20 people, and the whole crowd just goes down. The acids. I was like, ooh.
Domino effect.
I was like, ooh, and I turned my back to him. I got my hand on my drink, and I'm watching Ugly Kid Joe, and then I see him like this. He's up there with his mic, and he's like, and he's pointing right at me. So I'm like, oh, you're pointing at me? Yeah, what's up, bro?
How many security came in?
6. And they picked me up off of the ground and had me on the, now I'm a bouncer myself, so I knew what they were going to do. They carried me out up here like I'm crowd surfing, and there was a double door with a divider in the middle, and they go to carry me out that door, and I grabbed that divider, right?
Yeah.
So they can't throw me, and I knew that's what they were going to do. They can't throw me, so they set me down, and the cop walks over, and he's like, you know, okay, up against the wall, and I'm like, dude, I didn't start it. It was that dude in there, blah, 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 and, you know, and he puts a handcuff on me, and he gets one handcuff on my wrist, and then they carry out the dude, and he's in a convulsion. He's convulsing on the ground, and I'm like, that's the dude that started right there, to the cop, with my free hand. The cop goes over to him, and he gets up and starts running, so the cop's chasing him. So I'm against the wall. I got his handcuffs on. I'm like, oh, and I turn and I start walking that way. I sit at the end of the building. I turned and I ran up the hill and got out of the flats. So I still have that pair of cops handcuffs. and Ugly Kid Joe is a narc. Fuck him. He's a piece of shit. I didn't mean to knock everybody down. I just shoved two away.
Did you get the $50? You got a good story.
I got a great story.
Okay.
But you know what? If that dude wouldn't have woke up,
the people behind. What's happening?
If that dude wouldn't have woke up and ran, that cop wouldn't have ran after him, and I wouldn't have got away. I'd have been arrested that night, you know.
Yeah.
But I've never went back to the Odeon since.
Those alphabet designer drugs will do that to you. Sometimes.
But listen, I never went back to the Odeon since. And about 10 years later, I'm sitting there and I'm at some party somewhere, and this dude's talking to me. And, you know, somehow we got onto that story. He's like, seriously? You're that dude? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, my dad's the owner, and we got sued over that shit. I'm like, well, I got to go, bro. I left. And nobody knew my name there. I was just happened to be there, you know. Yeah. So I got out of that situation quick.
I think that counted as an ouch, folks.
That's an ouch.
To interrupt his folks.
Drink up.
My back is arguing with me.
Deb Charge goes, I don't know how many it would take, but I knew how many they were going to use. That's a Ron White story right there. Yeah. Whoops World says, I saw Metallica open for Ozzy before Metallica was super well known. And he went in for an Ozzy concert, and he came out a Metallica fan. Of course, they were back in them days. That's when they were at their peak. They were just phenomenal. They were on it. They were just hard metal. You know, they were on it.
It was a heavy wave of music, and I was glad to have seen it.
Right.
I'm glad to see it come up and come in. It was a good. It's still a good show, but you know.
Big Junior says, so sorry to keep asking basic questions, but what got you into rescuing fish? Well, everyone else knows the story, but I'll tell it again. Me and my older son, or Josh's older brother, built the Camaro together. I mean, we built that for years, and then we did the Autorama circuits and all that. And then when Josh came up, like 5 years later, he turned 15. I'm asking what kind of car does he want to build? Because that's all I did all my life was build hot rods. And he was like, I don't want to build a car, Dad. I hate cars. I'm like, what are you talking about? It was you and Richie got excited. Every time you got a chrome part in or a new high performance part, you'd run out to the garage, you'd be working on it all night. All I wanted to do was go back inside and play video games, and you guys kept me out there and blah, blah, blah. Well, I had to watch both my kids, so my youngest had to stay out there with us. I didn't know that I was turning him against cars. So he liked the fish tanks. So me and him started going to all these auctions and closed down pet stores and all this stuff and started buying tanks and stuff like that. And me and Joshy built the rescue together. Me and Richie built the Camaro together. So they each got something they did with Dad they can remember. Tyler Kerr says, I never would have liked Necrogoblicon. This is it if I didn't listen. So thank you guys for recommending Jackal. I can't believe I never listened to him. Dude, his voice is amazing. And then the songs are rocking, you know. And he actually has a guitar that's mounted to a chainsaw, or the chainsaw's mounted to the guitar. So when he cuts that, you know, he uses the guitar as, I'm sorry, the chainsaw as a lead in the song, you know, you know, he cuts a chair in half, making that solo. It's amazing. Watch the Lumberjack song on video, and you'll be amazed. James McNally says, "How did you get the handcuffs off?" Well, at home, you know, I picked it. You know, you use a piece of wire and you can turn it. All you gotta do is depress the one thing, and then the cuff will come out. You know, so that's how I got it off. I still have them. They're in my bedroom. You know, some police officers like, "Oh, the perp got away with my handcuffs."
Reaper's looking for you out there.
Oh, you guys are back. What's up, John? Well, come on in. Say hi to everybody. John Doe, everybody. They just got back from a rescue. What's up, John?
What's up, guys?
How you doing, buddy? Oh, don't pull my arm. The rib, you know. Do you got all the fish loaded off?
Yes, sir.
Do you know where they went?
Into the outside.
All of them went into that tub?
Yeah.
Seriously?
It was fresh and seeded.
I know it's seeded, but they were supposed to come back with 75 to 100 2-foot koi, some Oscars, and a bunch of goldfish.
Bunch of goldfish, that's for sure.
No
Really?
About
Oscars?
6 koi,
There's only 6 koi?
and they're all that big.
About a foot? Oh, my
Eight-
God.
eight-
Somebody had a giveaway before they, yeah, in
I don't
between.
know. I don't know.
It had
Why don't you go outside and help them and do that? And I'll continue this here. And then come on back in when you're
Bye,
done.
guys.
See you, John. Tell them to come on in and say hi.
Go ahead and read that right there, Matt. So you may have to answer the door and pick up some goodies.
Uh-oh.
It was
Matt
a
Turbin
pleasure.
says-
It was a pleasure working with your son too.
Jerry, your pancakes, eggs, bacon, sausage, ham, and hash browns are on the way. Miss you guys. Thanks, Rich, for taking care of my boy with the community service. Oh, no problem, man. He was a great kid. He worked hard. We got a bunch of stuff done, and you know, I made him laugh a bunch. You know.
Honored to be of help. This is me being real quick getting out there.
20 minutes to get up, 10 minutes for the walk.
You guys can count this as an ouch.
Here's drinking to you, Jerry.
Oh, I'm not kidding.
Just tell Reaper and the rest, whoever came, come in and say hi to everybody.
I will.
Thank you.
Whether they do or not is,
No, they better.
yeah. Ah. I'm gonna ouch myself all the way out the door.
Okay. Stephen Bundle says, saw many good shows over the years. Queensrÿche, Alice in Chains, Alice Cooper, Triple Bill, Jones Beach, Mini Kiss, opening for a perfect circle, Maynard from Tools, side project. Lauren says, James McNally, I went on a reenactment tour of Europe and met Dirty Steve McNally from the great, hang on, I gotta move this up. Oh no, get off of there. Get off of here. Okay. From the great Britain, I am in the Netherlands. Okay. Stephen Bundle and Velvet Revolver several years before Wien died. Dude, I love Velvet Revolver. I played the song Slither. Oh my God, that was so quick, and I had to learn on guitar, and I kept up with Slash. I did not do the lead on that song, but I kept up with the whole rest of the song with all the fills. I was really proud of that. I'm playing what Slash plays, you know. I was real happy with that. Jerry's coming back. David Smith says, what are the long-term plans for all the arapaimas you have with the Paraiba? They're all going into the 2200 now. Tomorrow we're going to do that, and that'll be our next video. But once they grow in there for a while, when they get up to about 3 foot each, we're going to go ahead and place them into the pool, and we'll be good. We'll be good. George Gamage says, can't believe Rob Zombie is coming out with a new album. That's awesome. That's awesome. I used to play his song, Thunder Kiss 65. And there was another one. What was the other one? No, I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, we played 2 Rob Zombie songs. It was awesome. Tyler says, if I come, me and my son got to bring my guitar so we can all jam. I love to jam, especially after I smoke a little. Okay. Loren says, I leave you James McNally, but maybe there was a small chance you know him. No, I've never heard of him. Sorry, buddy. But if you want to talk about Jesse James Dupree, I've actually met him. That's the lead singer of oh, we're just talking about it. Damn it. I hate when I can't pull a word. I know the band. Dirty Little Minds. The Lumberjack song. Screwdriver. Bunch of them. Oh, Jackal. David Smith says, I was kind of a jerk to Slash because he offered me his autograph, and I said no because I was waiting to meet Angus and Lance. That's funny. Thanks, Maritza, for putting up Jackal, but I already got it. Suhan says, really rich. Ever since that brain surgery, sometimes I can't pull a word. Like, this is a pencil. And then sometimes I'll be like, hey, Jerry, can you hand me that? Shit, what is it? That yellow thing you write with. And he'll be like, the pencil? Yeah, that's it, pencil. Sometimes I just can't pull a word, and it's random. Like, I'll be out there doing a tour, and I'll tell everybody, this is a Oxydorus niger, and also known as a ripsaw cat. And the little kid will go, what's the name of that? And I'll be like, oh, shit, I just said it. And I can't pull it. I just cannot pull it for some reason. And it's getting better over the years, but I still have them problems every once in a while. I can't pull a word that I definitely know, And Jackal's one of my favorite bands, so y'all know I know it for sure. Okay, I'm on my 3rd drink. And it's only almost 8 o'clock. We got time yet. That's okay, Tyler. Sometimes, I don't get the information right, but you know what I'm talking about. You don't have to worry about correcting me. Correct me. It helps me. Where did White Zombie come in do? Rob Zombie was the one that did Thunder Kiss 65. We weren't talking about White Zombie. We were talking about Rob Zombie at the time. Somebody had said that Rob Zombie was coming back in concert, and I'm like, dude, love that. I can't believe it. We used to play Thunder Kiss 65 by him and another one. I can't remember the name of it, but I don't know where White Zombie come in. Jay Liv says, hey, Rich, greetings from Italy. Here's to you. Drink up. Gracie says, Rich, I need to talk to you. When would be a good time to call you? I've got questions. As soon as the live stream's over, just call me. Sonic says, I'm back, Rich. Well, welcome back. Drink up. Stephen Bundleck says, rumor has it Dee Snider's bringing Twisted Sister back on tour. Yes, and Poison's coming back on tour with all the original members. What's up, Reed? Don't come squat. All right, guys. You blink for a second and Jerry's back. Your beard is longer and whiter.
Yeah.
You're a bunch taller than him. You're sitting on a 4-inch thick pillow that brings Jerry sort of back up into view, and you're almost as tall as me now.
Oh, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Oh. Yes. So we got them all put away. We got the 300 put away.
Manny Davis says, Rich, do you think it's right that goldfish be prized at the fairgrounds? No, because I'm forever the rest of the year taking in these goldfish that people can't handle. I didn't know it got that big. And, you know, they're putting them in bowls and they need filtration and they don't realize and don't understand. And, you know, all this from a damn carnival. I've gone and I've actually had uprisings at carnivals for people to stop doing that, you know. But, so how'd the rescue go?
It was a small pond, dude. It was 6 by 4. So
I sent you the video of it.
yeah, it was small. There's maybe
6 by 4?
Yeah, 6 by 4.
She told me it was bigger than that. I thought it was like 15 by 20.
No, it was small, dude. It was deep, but she had it half empty when we got there. So we hooked up the 2. Luckily, we made that combination, and then we used one more hose after that, but we made it work. And again, once we got up there and we seen it, we got maybe 6 koi like that. All the rest are goldfish.
Damn.
Not that big. Some fair ones, but mostly goldfish.
Probably cost me $200 with gas and lunch for you guys. Yeah.
Mhm. I know. I thought we were going.
She said, I have 75 to 102 foot koi. And I'm like, well, you know what? In that situation, maybe I can. Because I was, you know, I told her to drop everything off, you know. She goes, well, I'm 4 hours away. I'm like, I was like, maybe I can call my volunteers and see if somebody wants to drive down there. Because that many koi, I figured I'd pick out 8 or 10 of the best for Tracy.
Right.
You know, put some up for, you know, not auction, but, you know, rehoming type thing. And then recover the money I had. And then still have a bunch here that I can donate to, like the nursing homes and places where Greg Woodstock gives free ponds. You know, grab that red chair and bring it around. What's up, Luke?
Not much, tired.
Let me move over a little bit. Reed, if you can move over to your right a little bit. There you go.
Oh,
We can put Lukey Dookie in the middle.
In the middle.
But Jen talked to her more than I did. You know, I stayed on the bottom. I couldn't climb back and forth. This place was huge. It was $1 million home. We had to go. It's like, here's the
Well, they sold
house,
it
here's the drive, and here's the pod.
behind the house.
Yeah, on the other side. So we went back down the drive this way and then brought the hose down the hill.
Okay.
That's a thing that way. But she thought she had koi with these fancier goldfish. She thought they're koi, I think. And she didn't. She
No.
didn't know what she was
So the
talking
fancy
about.
goldfish big?
6 inch. Biggest fish probably like 10 inches. One koi. There's
Yeah.
1, 2 koi that are like 10 inches, and the rest are under 8.
Wow.
And then most of the 90% of the goldfish are like 2 inches.
Yeah.
So it's a
The
bunch
majority
of
of them are.
That's
like
crazy.
that.
There's a couple really nice koi, but they're all small.
Mm.
Mr. Dunn. Yep, that's me.
Swan says Mr. Dunn. That's Lukey Dookie, everybody.
Evening.
Because he wore them damn them pants falling down his ass. It looked like he's carrying a load in the back. And he stepped in shit. So we called him Lukey Dookie ever since
That
then.
stepped in shit is what did it. Because then it was in the van, and it was, I think it was Diesel's too. I'm doing all right.
Yeah, how you been? You know, seriously, you've been.
Yeah, I'm good.
You got any
Baby.
thanks? Any?
Do I
I
have?
know you got like 4 kids you're watching now.
I got 2 kids, 2 girls.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a 550 gallon acrylic, and then I have a 300 gallon acrylic, a 210, a 90.
Oh, so you got a few big tanks.
Yeah, I don't keep anything under 75.
Okay. La-di-da. Look at you go.
and he's got his eyes on the Midas cichlids out there.
No, I do not.
No.
Bred Midas for.
I think we got, what, 13 of them out there?
There's
Yeah.
They're all like yay big.
There's
Oh,
more than
there's
that.
some nice
I counted
ones.
19 this
I
morning.
see, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot out there. I
Because
know.
there was 4 in there before you got the 12 the other day, so you got close to 20 of them. And some of them are like 16 inches.
I know they're big boys.
I haven't seen them that big in a long time.
The guy said they're about a foot, and they show up 16 inches. This lady tells me, oh, 75 to 100 koi, about 2 foot.
Yeah,
There's 6 of them at 1 foot.
there's like 2 of
Yeah,
them.
you
at
never
10
know what
inches,
you're
and the
gonna
rest
get
are at like 4
sometimes.
inches.
Yeah.
That's
It's
crazy.
tattoo on your hand. What does it mean? It's just a cool dragon that I thought was cool, so I put it on my hand. That's all I got. There's no story behind it. I was 18. It was my first tattoo. I was like, let's just do it on my hand.
Like Jesse James, I've got 2 tattoos I would do on my body because I have no tattoos. One would be pay up, sucker, on the palm, which I heard hurts. Okay, it hurts. But the other one would be my boys on my shoulders.
That'd be a good one. No, the knuckles aren't too bad. The only knuckle that really hurt was this one. I don't know what it was about the pinky, but my finger was like this the whole time. For 6 hours.
It's too permanent for me. I'm a man of, I don't want to ruin. I don't know. I just see tattoos as too permanent. And then I grew up with all the Marines coming out, and their tattoos are green, And now all this color and beautification's coming out, and the highlights and the glow in the dark tattoos are beautiful.
The stuff they
I
can do
wouldn't
is
mind,
crazy.
Oh yeah, some of them 3D ones and shit they got.
Yeah.
Oh, they
The ones with the
look so cool.
shadows under them looks like
Yeah.
Mandy
That's
said
amazing.
It's nice to see you, Reaper.
What's that?
Mandy said it's nice to see you.
Oh man. At least it was
Long
beautiful
day.
weather down there.
Yeah, it was way nicer than it was when we left here.
It was like 50 something degrees, 56, 57, sunny.
The water's still like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
Oh, we were talking about going and seeing Jacqueline in concert.
Again.
No. About when we went
Oh.
and seen Jackal. And, Skylar got mad at me for putting that big dude down, But he started with me, and then you were there. Reaper was there the whole time. And, I did what I had to do to de-escalate everything and took dude down. I mean, he's 450 pounds. I'm 62 years old. I took his ass down quick. He's the one that yelled at me. He's the one that told me to shut the fuck up. You don't talk to me that way, So I took him down. And, Reaper's sitting over there. He's like, well, shit happens.
Like that's pretty much your attitude towards everything. It's like, hey, whatever.
Yeah. Hey Rick, when you guys come back up, no problem. We'll get you
2
on
weeks?
another tour.
In 2 weeks.
That's what he
It's
said.
good, yeah.
We'll have
I
something.
won't have a hangover this time.
But the problem now is I got DJ and Stephanie in that room. So I don't have a spare bedroom for both couples.
But DJ Stephanie's here now?
Yeah.
Are they?
Who's
He
that?
got in an accident. He was living in his car. He got in an accident, totaled his car, and broke 6 ribs. So now he's just out of the hospital, had no place to go. So I let him, stay here. But now I'm going to have to turn this room into, I'm going to have to go out there and get that queen size mattress and put it in here and make it a room for, those 2 that are coming over, 2 couples that are coming over in 2 weeks. So we'll move this over. We'll do Friday Night Live, and then they'll show up sometime. We'll move this table over to that corner, and then we'll set up the queen size bed and everything in here. And then we got the main bedroom.
If we end up
So we're throwing a
having to.
party. Here in a couple weeks,
There's
we're throwing a
there's
party.
always a possibility.
No, just Sue Ann and Deb
They'll be
Charge are
out of
coming
here
back.
before
Remember
that.
the cook off of the sausage gravy and all that?
Yeah.
They're coming back, and then Maritza and Ricky's coming back. They were here, I don't know, a month ago, and we had a blast.
Yeah.
So they're all coming the same weekend.
What's going on with OCA this year? It's like in a month.
Haven't heard from them.
Really?
No,
Yeah. I just curious.
no, that could be them now.
Nice moment. Oh. No. It wasn't a bad trip though. I mean, it's smooth. For the
No,
most
that was
part.
nice.
Oh, remember Jennifer, the community service girl that treated us so good?
Yeah, I
She
know.
just texted me.
Yeah, right. Mm. Mm.
Oh, Jesus. Let's chat.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Look at that. Another Maine Coon.
oh, beauty.
Yes. I can get that for $500.
Dude.
That's the last thing we need around here.
A Maine Coon?
But look how beautiful. It's even better than
I'll feed it to the red tails.
He said he'll feed it to the red. We're gonna feed him to the
We can see if we can make friends with
Well, that's
the
what
red
Jerry
tails.
said. If he passes away here,
feed him to the red.
feed him to the fish.
I mean, yeah, you fit in that hybrid's mouth. I mean,
Here's the problem. I've got chainsaws. I've got log cutters. I just couldn't imagine cutting Jerry up to pieces for the fish.
I don't know that.
And there's got to be something illegal about that.
It's in my will, man, to be freeze dried, flaked out, and fed to the fish.
That's crazy.
Scatter me someplace.
Been up for like, other than my naps in the car, I've been up for like 30 hours.
Tyler Curtis says, Luke, you're good. Shit, like your dad, you help anytime you need it. Just enabled you to know you definitely fit in everyone at OFR.
Your dad, just you pick up your kid.
You're not, he's not my son.
No, I kind of am. No, I kind of just showed up and never left. Basically, that's what happened.
Well, no, he showed up with one girl, he came back with another,
That's
came
not
back a
actually-
couple months later with another.
Actually, if you want to make a crazy storyline, the first time I came here was with a dude, but it wasn't like that.
You were with a dude?
Not like that. Not like that. I knew you were gonna run with it, but no. Ryan and I were. That was the first time I came here was with Ryan, who no longer comes here. Jerry, I'd be honored to feed you to my fish.
Summerlight says Jen was cool. She was so nice.
Yeah.
Such a sweetheart. She was like a day wife to me because, we're out there working and carrying tanks and stuff, and she just disappeared. And we're like, shit, another community service person just disappears on their phone, and I gotta go find her now. No, she came back out with a tray with all these cups of ice water for all us guys. I was like, oh, that is so sweet of you. She was such a sweet lady,
The boy in the red chair. I am mostly a man. I'm 24 years old.
Don't believe it.
But my name is.
That's little boy Lukey.
It's not. I have been here since I was 19, so I mean that makes sense. It's been 5 years, Rich.
Little boy
I've been
Lukey.
around for 5 years. Lost third son. I'm your lost third son. Don't you have 3 kids?
Wait, what's your mom's name? You might
No,
be.
no. But don't you have 3 boys?
I have 3
So
boys.
I'd be the 4th.
Yes.
I can't keep up with this chat.
Tyler Kerr says we all know she did. She was out for the money. That's it. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
who's out for me? I missed that.
They're commenting on the wrong chat.
He's been talking this whole time. So
Yeah, you get sideways.
you get sidetracked so easy in this chat. I've been on the live.
Reaper. It's supposed to warm up next week up into the 60s. So you want to come over and hang out with us for the weekend, when they're here in 2 weekends? We can set up a big tent. I got that huge tent, if you don't want to bring anything. Why?
We'll see.
Come over for the weekend.
We'll see on the back soon.
Yeah, he was.
Oh, dude, I got that. I got what do you call them? The sponge mattresses. You got-
Yeah, the
Memory foam.
Memory foam, right?
I got mattress you put right in the tent.
He was basically just our ship crew. Like he was so beat up today. I was
Oh.
like, just take it easy.
Yeah. For sure.
That videos.
Yeah.
That's it.
And climb that massive hill a couple times. How's the house coming?
About the same. We haven't really been doing much, but
Try and set up a rescue the second weekend because Rick wants to go out on another rescue with you.
right.
So we'll try and set something up for that.
Maybe we'll get them a koi. We'll do that. It's around the corner, I think. Something.
No, that's 2 weeks from now. We got to get them soon. So in the next couple days, I'll set something else up for when Rick's here.
Yeah,
But let's
we'll
get
have to,
down.
because I got Thursday. I'm going to Michigan next Thursday.
For the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go get that 90 and that 75. And
So not this Thursday, but the next Thursday.
No, this coming Thursday.
Okay, this coming Thursday. Then the following week, like say 7 more days Thursday,
All right.
and then the weekend that weekend is when they're going to be here. So
You need something for next week. Not
Yeah.
this weekend, next weekend. It is kind of hard to tell.
Well, you can see by the whiskers.
Yeah, but I mean, sometimes you can't.
Well,
When they're tucked, you can't even really see them. So they were talking about. it in the chat.
Deb Charge says he wants to go on the rescue too. So You got 2 right there. We're gonna set up a rescue for when you guys are here.
You're gonna be
Give us something to do during the daytime.
Somebody was talking about drinking beer and my back won't
I
hurt.
didn't
I
know
did
about
that
that.
last night, but I woke up after the beer wore off. And I
There you
spent the rest of the night up.
There you go, Rich. You need a OFR tattoo. That's what that person said in the chat.
We actually got somebody that got an OFR tattoo.
Really?
Big
And-
Jim Sheetley.
Oh,
Jim Sheasley,
yeah,
that's it.
that
He's
makes-
got it.
I thought he did.
Yep, on his leg, man. He's got a nice one, actually. Did a good job.
No, I just got a tattoo and just started messing around with it.
Oh, Sue Ann's gonna come and pick me up.
That's what she says. We've got the OPEZ. You can have electricity in the tent. You know, you got a memory foam mattress. You're good to go.
They got a deer in their freezer. I wish. I ain't hunting yet this week.
Mm. Actually, we'll bring in the memory foam mattress for them because it's a queen size, and we'll take that mattress, that brand new one right there, and put it out in the tent for you.
I'm not gonna try to pronounce that name, but they have a deer in their freezer. That's why I brought that up.
Oh.
I don't know.
That's Gracie and her gang.
Yeah, my eyes are barely open.
So hopefully, Sue Ann, Deb Charge, Ricky, Marissa,
They said
Reaper will be here for the weekend too.
Sue Ann said,
So all of them are coming for the weekend?
Yeah,
It's the group. That's why I want you to come here.
2 different couples are staying here for the weekend. And I
Not this
invited-
weekend, next weekend.
Right. Oh, no. 2 weeks from now, the 7th or so, you know. I don't know what the date is now.
I think it's the 5th.
Whatever weekend that is. Yeah, look at your calendar.
Are you still working on the floor in front of the
Apparently,
front
we're all
door?
getting tattoos. The
Floor in
chat
front of what?
Is the floor still wet in front of the front door?
Yes, so completely wet.
I heard Matt said he was ordering his pancakes and stuff.
Well, you're gonna have to wear shoes up there, or or go out the side
We'll
door.
work it out, yeah.
Getting tattoos.
But yeah, right in front of the door where the mat was, I lifted it up and it was dark under there from the water coming in the
Oh,
door.
yeah.
And I was carpet cleaning that, and I went over from 2 o'clock to like 5 o'clock, and I was letting it set. After I'd spray the solution on, I'd leave it set for 10
Just
minutes.
now getting up to your spring cleaning and
Reaper, what
fall.
is your favorite fish?
Well, we got the whole living room done. We got my bedroom done. Now I'm doing the Mike Tyson carpeting.
know.
Mandy David.
And it's lighter now. It's like a grayish instead of black under the carpets.
Yeah,
So
Probably Charlie.
it's lighter, but it's going to take another day or two
yeah.
of me
I
keep
see
doing
that.
this.
I
Yeah, I
remember moving
understand.
him from the 44 to the 3000.
Yeah, I think that was one of the.
Well,
I
anyway,
feel like there was just a good, news story. Like it was a good place.
All right, so that'll be the 7th they're coming. That's the weekend after.
Next
Halloween.
weekend, the weekend after, yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Mhm.
you got a plan on coming up.
All right. All right, I'm gonna get going. I gotta get John and them a ride yet. Been a long day.
I'll probably hang up. After we go there, so I'll get going.
Oh, you're your own, right? Cool. You can
Yeah,
stay here.
yeah.
Jerry.
Yeah, he can stick around.
Jerry will fill
Jerry.
in for Reaper as his double, and we'll just tell everybody Reaper's still here.
hey, the first time Rich ever introduced me to somebody, somebody said, "Hi, Reaper."
Yeah.
And we walked in the place, and Rich introduced me as not to Reaper. Didn't
Why don't
tell
you guys
him I
come
was
up here
Jerry.
and stand side by side so they can see
Not
you?
not the
Y'all are
Reaper.
twins.
Come on.
The only difference is Jerry's a little short.
We got Reaper the Crypt Keeper and
We're
Reaper.
gonna scoot over.
Yeah, you gotta come over here by Luke.
Yeah, let me move my red chair. The little boy in the red chair. Is that gonna fit?
There's Reaper. There's Jerry. See, Dan, you're taller than your dad.
Well, my boys are.
And I'm taller than my real dad. He was only 5'10", man.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm taller than
All
everybody.
right, guys.
Take care, Reap. Thanks for stopping in, buddy.
Have a Fishy Friday.
brother.
All right, man. I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, see you, buddy. Go home and lay down and rest that back.
Rock.
Or get drunk, yeah.
He's in the kitchen.
Hey, spoil sport.
Oh man. They look like father and son. They do. They're talking about you.
What else did they say?
Do I know-
How much do you all spend a month on electricity and food for the fishes? Electric bills anywhere from $600 to $1,200 a month. The gas bills anywhere from $600 to $1,200 a month. Food bills about $600 a month.
That's actually not that bad about with the electric. I thought it would be more than that.
Sonic says, I love cars, Rich. Well, go look up mean67.com. MEAN 67.com. That's my Camaro. And that was with the last motor in it. I think it was only like 950 horse. You know, now we're up to the 2200 horse. Look, Jerry's the tallest now. Yeah, as long as we're sitting down.
It's the sitting down and getting back up again is where the ouches come in. By the way, ouch, everybody.
I got the Ring doorbell on, Jerry, so if anybody comes to the door, I can see it.
Yeah,
Is there supposed to be people
but
coming?
I gotta go get my shoes before I can go up there.
Are you waiting on somebody?
Oh, there's a person at the front door. Oh, that's Reaper
Yes,
now.
there is a
That's
creeper.
Rupert.
Yeah, they're all leaving.
Yeah, they're all run together. I have a video about Beefcake Bob this week. Who's Beefcake
That's
Bob?
Beefcake Bob.
You're Beefcake Bob?
That's a
How did you get that
He
name?
did- I-
Because somebody said, I
Here's-
introduced, hey, it's me, Big Rich and Jerry
No.
show, blah, blah, blah. We're here for the, Friday night live stream. And about a half hour in, somebody goes, who's the gentleman sitting next to you? I'm like, or can you introduce yourself? Because I don't, I'm like, well, I'm Big Rich, blah, blah, blah. And this is Beefcake Bob. And everybody started laughing and shit.
He had already had too much to drink.
That sounds, yeah, that sounds about right.
I come up with the best names for people when I'm drunk.
Yeah, DK Bob.
Camelbike says no, the fish.
I don't know, you
Beefcake
could
Bob.
do an
Is
opposite.
there a
can't I?
fish named Beefcake Bob?
Yeah, the albino Pacu, we're now going to name, we decided tonight to call him Beefcake Bob. And
Okay, that's who
Yeah,
the people
who
would
was
say.
it hung that one out there?
That's what
Somebody.
they want to hear.
A lot of the stuff happens on here. You go, oh, who said that?
1971 Dodge Challenger RT.
I'm not into
Oh,
research.
Reaper's walking in the front door, now out the front door.
I forgot something.
There was two people following them.
Yeah, it's Bella.
Why are they doing it in my house?
It's Bella and John.
John and,
Kids.
Bella.
and whoever, who?
Bella, his girlfriend.
Oh, okay. I hadn't met her, didn't get to meet
She
her.
went with you on the rescue?
Yeah.
That thin girl I saw this morning?
Yeah. Yeah. No, she did good.
And who was it?
Her name's Bella.
Her boyfriend?
John.
John who?
John
The
Doe.
John.
Oh, John Doe's new girlfriend. Gotcha.
It's John. Like,
Yeah.
The John. The one that, feeds alligators out of his fingers and stuff.
James McNally says, does Tracy mind you having visitors, couples in? No, when I used to invite people over before, Tracy loved it because, we're here, we're stuck here all the time, and we were always taking care of the fish. So when people came in, I cooked, special meals, and Tracy got to enjoy it. She loved talking to any of the girls that came over. So, I mean, she loved having company. So,
Lukey Dookie, what's your favorite fish? Okay, favorite fish as in here? Or like
your favorite fish, anywhere.
I say,
On the dinner table.
I'll
No.
say
No,
well,
stop it.
well, you see a lot of different stuff in OFR than you do in routes. But favorite,
It doesn't matter.
favorite fish all
Any-
together.
Any favorite fish you've ever had that you wish you could
It's
have?
a hard one to answer.
Top three.
isn't it?
Well, top one would probably be the goonch at the moment because that's my favorite fish in my tank.
Okay.
Do
Do you have an albino or regular?
I have a regular. I can't afford an albino. I've seen the price tag on those. I looked at them.
We've got two of them.
Giardini is another one that I've always just
Really? We got two of those too.
Yeah, well, I've had them. I just don't have one right now. Top third. Probably albino pearl, stingray. Yeah, those are probably top three.
We can get you one of those next time they have babies.
I have them.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I do have them.
From
I
us?
have, yeah, from the first batch of babies from
Oh, okay.
Pancake.
From Pancake, yeah.
Yeah,
She's
I have a young
she's
man.
putting out every
I know.
6 months. She's doing good.
It's good. So this guy's name is John Doe. Yeah, it's like that's his actual name, isn't it? Or does he go by that? I don't know.
For the first 3 years I knew him, he swore to me that was his actual name, and now it's not. I found out the truth later.
I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, that's kind of an odd name for some
Right.
albino fish. I just got an albino Oscar. I have an albino starburst Oscar. It's pretty good. Luke has a mini pancake. Yes, I do.
Lorenz says, ouch, 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 drink up.
So somebody must have thought it was John. I'm not John.
Lorenz says, I like the little Willie's Ford Jeeps from WW2. My dad has one. He has one. It's a 19, like, I think 48 or 52, you know, little Jeep 4-speed. He loves that thing. It's always in his garage.
They want you to name a fish after them, big rig.
Who's that?
Heads up a little bit. I didn't see the name. Maritza Wooden.
Oh, Maritza?
Yep. It's bigger.
Sheesh. What fish would we name after Maritza?
I don't know. It changes in a couple of weeks anyway. Wait for a little more behavior. Decide whether it's a guppy or a predator.
48 willies. That's an insane amount of willies.
No, it's a 1948 Willys,
Oh.
not 48
I was like,
Willys.
that's a lot of willies.
That's a lot of Willys. Dumbass.
Dude, I have been up for over 30 hours. I know you feel that because you do it all the time. I don't usually.
Dude, last week it was, I think it was 58 hours straight because in between my two 16-hour shifts,
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a 8-hour nurse and she never showed up. So I had to do her 8 hours after my 16 hours. And then my next 16 hours, that was 40 hours straight.
Yeah.
And then the next day nurse was supposed to work 12 hours, didn't show up. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah, no, I stayed up all of last night because I was playing video games at like 3 o'clock because I had the
What
newborn.
video games you play?
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Well, I was playing Call of Duty last night. I played a bunch of stuff. But I had the baby too, so me and the baby were just chilling by video games. And then I looked at the clock and it was 4:30. And I was like, well, I gotta meet.
I gotta be
Reaper.
up.
Yeah, I gotta see Reaper at 7, so I just stayed up. And then I got a 40-minute nap in the car, and then we slammed off the brakes, and I woke up.
Tell her I'll take her. Shit.
Just, buying him Gooch in a video. He's in
I
a
know
lot of
Gooch
videos.
is in a lot of
Yeah,
the
a lot of
videos.
videos. A lot
You
of
don't
tour-
focus on it because it's not exciting.
And yeah, it doesn't really move. It hides behind
Yeah.
a piece of wood.
They're,
See,
they're
I've got-
basically nocturnal, so
I've got my Gooch to where he hangs out in the front 8 inches of the tank.
yeah.
I got a wave maker, and then I got like a rock, like layer. So he just lays in that rock layer.
Oh, we
It's
got
fun.
accused Lars being a statue.
Dude,
Every video you see him is in that same spot.
that's what they just like. I literally have to hit my Gooch in the face with food so they'll eat it. Because if it's 2 inches away from him, he won't touch it.
Oh, when he goes after food, man,
It's
it's,
just a beautiful fish. Yeah, it's just a beautiful fish. That's why it's my favorite.
All right, we got a community service guy coming tomorrow at noon.
okay. Well, we got live stream running
Which
right
did you
now.
eat and how big were they?
Well, sit down and let's talk.
Rich, what do your sturgeon fish eat and how big will they grow? James and Allie.
They are diamondback sturgeon. They'll get to about 3 foot, and they eat pellets.
Go get me a cup of coffee if I want to sit down.
Yeah, somebody said too many ads. Is there ads on this?
There is no ads on here. I shut off all ads. It is not monetized. There is no ads. So somebody's wrong. Let me check.
We're on.
Look, see right there. It says monetization on.
Yes, it does. I want some pancakes now. Oh, we weren't talking about pancakes.
Oh, I thought you said that. I was like, well, shit. Jerry wants pancakes. You want pancakes. I guess I can make them.
I'm down to eat, but I don't want pancakes. But no, they said I want some pancakes. But those albino pearl pancakes are different.
Big Junior says, I was going to say, I didn't see an ad. I've been watching since the beginning.
I say I don't usually see ads on here.
Gracie says, no ads at all.
Pancakes are the best.
Okay, again, what's Dutch pancakes?
Yeah, what is a Dutch pancake? Is that a thing? Are you
Deb
breeding,
Charge says, nope, not had one ad tonight.
are you breeding the sturgeon?
No, we're just, fish, life happens, so things do breed. But no, we bought the sturgeon, a bunch of them, to sell some and get ours for free, basically. Same thing we did with the baby paddlefish. Same thing we did with the albino baby gar.
That's how you do it. especially in the market today. Stuff's ridiculous.
I know. The price of the things is crazy.
Anything over a foot is just, you better just have a check. It don't even matter what it is anymore. I've seen Oscars that were like 12 inches at the best store one day for like
Oh, do you remember our big Oscars?
Yeah, like
18 inches long?
18?
18 inches long. It was the biggest Oscars I've had.
The two in the 4400? Like
They
5
were in the 4400, yeah.
yeah.
They looked small in the 4400 because they were surrounded
They
by
didn't
3
they
foot
did not
fish.
look small.
But they looked smaller than 18 inches because
Yeah.
they were surrounded by 3 foot
My
fish.
guess would have been like 16 inches.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not far off.
When the one died, we measured him. He was 18 inches. We're like, holy shit.
Yeah, no.
18-inch Oscar. He was huge.
They were very tall, too. That was a very big fish. Both of them. The tiger was definitely a little bit bigger, though. Fish happens.
Oh, Fish Happens is here. Oh, no.
That's
Sue Ann said it. Fish Happens is a pet store in Indy. Sue Ann sent $10. Thank you, Sue Ann. Says Fish Happens. Yeah, stuff happens here. They just get pregnant. They just have babies. They just have eggs everywhere.
What's the largest fish you have rescued from a 55-gallon? I'm sure we both have one name
From
for
a
that.
55-gallon?
Yeah.
The biggest one I remember from a 55-gallon, I think it was that lungfish. It was like 28 inches.
Okay. My biggest was probably two pacu that were like 16 inches in a 55.
In a
They
55?
couldn't even turn around. They had to stand straight up and spin.
Yeah, that's how
Kinda like
Big Betty did. Yeah.
But just a smaller version in a smaller tank. But yeah,
She was like 54 pounds in a 125.
I remember that video. It was insane. That's like one of the most watched videos on the channel too. Like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's insane.
It's got like 3 million views.
Can sturgeon live with tropical fish?
Yeah, they don't bother them at all. They eat up the scraps off the bottom.
I wouldn't. I
they're
mean,
great.
I wouldn't put them with a nippy fish, like a nippy tropical fish.
Oh no, you got to worry about fish bothering the sturgeon.
Yeah.
But he can go in with a community fish, no problem.
Have you ever had to turn down fish from a rescue?
I've never turned down a fish yet. Even somebody today just got a hold of me and said, I don't know if you want them, but blah blah blah. We need to find a home for them. I'm like, ma'am, we've never turned down any fish. We take on the responsibility, whether they're sick or deformed or whatever. We've never turned down any fish. We take on the responsibility of finding them a home or keeping them here forever.
Uh-oh. Matt says go get your food before it gets cold.
Oh yeah, he said it was here when you were up
Oh, really?
there. Yeah, just got.
Oh,
Do you want me to go grab for you, Jared? Damn.
count that as an ouch, everybody.
That was basically. You don't have to worry about the temperature.
I can pick her up now, and you can just pay me for her when you get the money. That way you don't lose her.
I don't have to worry. Who asked about the sturgeon? I think the same person asked about the sturgeon.
Okay. Lorenz Cortas says, Big Rich Dutch pancakes are half a liter of milk, 150 grams of flour, 2 or 3 eggs, and raisins. Okay, raisins would be good in pancakes. This is good for 4 to 5 pancakes. So there's no difference in the pancakes other than raisins. Okay, I got it.
Might not be terrible. I'm not a big fan.
Milk and flour is pancake mix. Eggs, you got to have that.
They've had everything, including Gators. Trust, I've seen it. Yeah, Big Rich has owned quite a few different things
What's
over
that?
the years. Somebody said that you have owned everything, including Gators. Trust, I've seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have had. There's not too
I've
much.
had Black Panther.
Yeah, I know.
Tigers, baby bears,
We
wolves,
can't do that.
a bunch of different macaws, hedgehogs, groundhogs, baby deer.
See, hedgehogs are always so boring to me. How big will the sturgeon get before it's time to add them to the ponds?
Their full growth is 3 foot, maybe a little extra growth if you feed them good and put them in a large place, maybe 3.5 foot, but that's their biggest size. They're not like beluga sturgeon, they get 20 foot that type or 18 foot or whatever. They're a smaller type thing, and they're diamondback sturgeon just look amazing.
You bake a Dutch pancake, not fry them. Are there any small turtles that I can put in my fish tank? I do not.
Well, tell her I'll take it now. And remember, I'm still on the live stream.
It's an Edinburgh shortbread biscuit. I've never heard of that.
I don't know what an Edinburgh shortbread biscuits are.
Marissa said she gotta go to work.
Gracie, see now, Loren says you fry them, but Gracie says Dutch pancakes are made different. You bake them, not fry them. I think Lorenz would know because he's from that area.
Oh, they want to know if they have to worry about the temperature with keeping sturgeon with tropical fish.
Camel's Bike says, are there any small turtles I can put in my fish? Yes, you can put in all kinds of different little turtles when they're babies, but as they get bigger, they will eat the fish.
Or chomp them at least. Okay, that.
Masonic says, do I have to worry about temperature with keeping sturgeon with tropical fish? Yes. Sturgeon are a cold water fish. They prefer around 62, 65 degrees, and that's their optimum. So that's why they do well in ponds. Your tropical fish, you want to keep around 78 to 84. Okay, Lorenz got pissed off and started talking in Dutch. I can't understand a word he said. Let me see. Endlich God van Dumpy heb heel die avant op ze zitten watching. I don't know what any of that means.
Are they speaking Norwegian again or something?
Gracie says, we have always baked the Dutch pancakes because it smells so big. Okay.
Thank you very much, Matt. I'm gonna get out of here and eat them before they get cold. They're still warm.
So what you're saying is you're not going to share with anybody here.
You only bought one helping from me.
Did
Thank
you
you,
think he
but
was gonna share?
I mean,
I knew he wouldn't
Yeah,
share.
there was no way that. Speaking of turtles, I am bringing you two Vietnamese pond turtles. That's a secret. What is a Vietnamese pond turtle? I've never heard of that.
Don't know what a Vietnamese pond turtle is.
Oh, same.
All right, guys, it's 8:32. We're going to get out of here. We got lots of things to do tonight, and sorry, but you know we got an extra half hour out of this tonight. So appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I've had a lot of fun. You guys are great.
Fishy Friday. You know what's gonna happen now? Rich is gonna eat the sausage and the bacon, and I'm gonna eat the pancakes.
No, if I tried eating the sausage or the bacon, I would have to fight Jerry.
Good night, people. Travel
Good night,
well.
guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Love y'all. See you next Fishy Friday.
Have a good
Stay
night.
fishy, my
Challenge.
friends.
Stay fishy.
I didn't even have you on.
Now it's time for me to go to